sports, and opinion pieces you won't find anywhere else. For a limited time, new customers can get full digital access for as low as $278 per week or $12.99 a month. Go to journalgazette.net/subscribe.
When your vehicle needs expert repair, trust the professionals at Boyd Body Shop on Collins Drive in Fort Wayne. Locally owned and committed to quality, they offer complete body shop services, including precision collision repair, frame straightening, and expert paint matching. Their experienced technicians work with all insurance companies to restore your vehicle to pre-accident conditions safely and on time. Remember, you have the right to pick your own body shop. Call Boyd Body Shop at 260-483-3040. That's 260-483-3040.
This is Shane Albarani, the voice of your Fort Wayne Comets, and I want to tell you that Peerless Cleaners is the official cleaning service of your Fort Wayne Comets. They offer home and office delivery in selected areas of Fort Wayne, the same price as in the store, but delivered to your door. Visit Peerless Cleaners online and click on the home delivery button to apply. One of their customer service representatives will review your application to determine if you are in the designated area, what day they will be in your area, and explain how everything works. Peerless Cleaners, the official cleaning service of your Fort Wayne Comets.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Jacob Insurance Services in Angola if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in providing hand protection for everyone. Every day, every job, every season. Their product line includes a full range of performance leathers, utility grippers, and line gloves, as well as a large assortment of garden gloves and accessories. Don't forget about the kids. Midwest Gloves and Gear partners with the top licenses to provide a full line of gloves and gear for the garden and also for cold weather. They've got Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, and PJ Masks. When you need hand protection, think Midwest Gloves and Gear. Chillicothe, Missouri. Every day, every job, every season for over 60 years.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 38th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Baron Rings, official championship ring supplier; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2026 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2026 ECHL All-Star Classic. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back live here in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Shane Albarani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. And Fred, two teams playing for, well, different goals here tonight, but Indy must win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Comets, they need to come out and play this game for the importance that it is for Indy. Indy is in playoff mode. They're fighting for their life. It's like they're down, 3-1 in a series. They've got to come out and win. So the Comets have got to come out of the gate, much like they did over the weekend, flying right from the drop of the puck, playing the full 20 minutes and winning the little battles.
And our first source bank, first puck drop gets us going here tonight. And the puck goes into the Comet zone. We go down into the corner here in the Comet end, up along the near side. Comets will get it out to center ice. Here is Stonehouse coming across the line. A shot, and Weeks makes the save. Back into the corner. It's going to be cycled back on the near wall. Comets are going to chase after it. That is Harrison Reese, but he knocks it back to Matt Petgrave, who comes to the blue line. Here's a smash and a save made. The rebound, just skipped over the stick of Sinclair, and that was Schmerich with the drive, and now the Fuel enter the Comet zone. Marquessen goes down in the corner. He has got Schmerich on his tail. He's going to rim up top to the blue line, and the Fuel have it. Pass intercepted right side by the Comets. That's Matty Miller, who will toss it into the Indy zone. Mitchell Weeks comes out, and he'll tap it over to the veteran Chris Cameron. Left side it goes. It's going to go back into the Comet end now. Here's Drew Krebs with it. Krebs will move it aside, back along the far boards, and back down low to Weeks. We go in the corner. Comets steal it away. What a stop there by Weeks. He got caught. He dropped the paddle of the stick, or that would have been an empty net goal for the Comets. So a heads-up play there by Weeks. The Comets coming out firing here in the first period. Puck down into the Comet zone, all the way down. No icing on this as Drew Krebs will snag it. He skates behind Nathan Day up along the far side. Comets give it a tap. We're going to come across the line. Left side in front. We had a man. That was Capone. Couldn't get it to him. That was Murray trying to hook up with him. And now we go back into the Comet zone. We go back into the corner here. Here is Murray. Sends it back below the goal line. And getting a stick on it is Tyler Inamoto. Inamoto fresh off injured reserve. Back in there for the first time in 2 weeks. And now we come out to center ice. It's going to be bounced along the left side, off the wall, and back into the Comet zone. Nathan Day will play it. Here's Inamoto on the left side. Gonna hand it off back behind the net. The Comets have got it. That's Atkinson. Pass comes ahead. Blocked back on the left side and flipped into the Comet zone. Atkinson chases after it, goes into the corner. Inamoto is down there trying to work it back along the near side, but it's caught there by, it's going to be a penalty coming up to Indy. Delayed call here. We're going to come across the line, and shot, just goes wide. And power play time for the Comets.
Yeah, Bloom looking for his third goal. He got 2 on Sunday against Toledo. Just the breakout on that one, following the call on the penalty. It was sent him on alone. He came in down on Weeksy, and Weeksy made a move to the right, just cut off enough real estate that he couldn't get a good backhand into the open net.
Yeah, Jesse Tucker into the box for tripping. So the Comets will put the second best power play units out on the ice early on here in this first period. And the faceoff will be to the right of Mitchell Weeks. And the drop, Comets win it. We're coming up top to William Dufour, the reigning ECHL Player of the Week. Had 6 goals last week, and here's a shot. Oh, score! It's going to be Austin McGarrah picking it up. McGarrah, number 30 on the season, as Dufour will get another assist, and it's 1-0 Comets.
Yeah, Dufour, that line continues to click. Dufour ended up taking a shot on that. He had a rebound, went right on the stick of McGarrah, and McGarrah put it in.
So a good start here for the Comets. We put up one quick on a power play. 54th power play goal of the season.
Well, and all the points that were scored by that line over the weekend, you had Dufour, who was just in another world in his scoring ability, and then you ended up having Bloom get a couple. You didn't hear McGarrett's name, so he's on the board now.
30th of the season for McGarrah, as William Dufour extends his point streak now to 7 straight games and 9 straight here at home. So it's 1-0 Comets. Pavich with a drive, and that goes wide of Weeks. Back to the far side. They'll tap it off the wall all the way back into the Comet zone. Here is Harrison Reese. He'll angle it to the far side. Going to come to the blue line to Schmerich. He'll flip it down into Indy territory. We go to the far side. Pavich will swipe it around back below the goal line. That is Miller back to the far side to Pavich to the blue line. Here is Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich trying to shovel it along the near side, and now the Fuel will get it away on the left side. That's Tyler Weiss coming across the line. Goes down into the corner. He's met there by Reese. It comes out in front of the net. Look out. Here's a shot. Just goes wide. Back to the far side. Picked up by the Comets. Pavich along the wall. Feeds it forward to Janicki. Janicki gets it out to center ice. And the pass comes back along the left side. On the near boards here. Comets trying to give it a jam. Back on the near boards. Coming up top to the blue line. Held in by the Fuel. Left side. It is played. And back up along the wall. Fuel now maintaining possession. Here's Lee Lapide up top. One-timer. That one goes wide. Right off the end wall. And Nathan Day holding his ground. Will hang on to it. And the Fuel getting a couple extra whacks there. And that is going to draw the ire of Jalen Schmerich and Harrison Reese.
Comets need to be mindful up at the blue line. This is a gritty team, Indy. They don't score an awful lot of goals. They look for opportunities, and anytime they can pressure up against the blue line and cause a turnover to get an opportunity, they will. And they did that on Schmerich on that one. He was outnumbered up there, and rather than playing it deep, he tried to play with the puck, and they ended up taking it away, coming all the way down. Then on the defensive side of the zone, Schmerich tried to bring it in front of the net. He ended up hitting his teammate's skate, and that gave him a loose puck in front. But Comets survived.
Here's a shot right there, point blank on Day. He makes the save. And Nathan Day has now warmed up. We go to the far side down there in the Comet zone. Behind that, here's Inamoto. Inamoto will swipe it around. It goes off the stick of Stonehouse, and back it goes into the Indy zone. Comets steal it away. Sinclair, we're going to have offside on the Comets. So Nathan Day with his first big stop of the game. And it'll be interesting to see come playoff time, Fred, how the situation platooning Comet goaltenders, because it's pretty much been a 1-1 kind of situation, but Nathan Day's been better at home. Sam Janssen's been better on the road.
Well, you know what? If you could platoon your goaltenders because they're equally as good, that is the best scenario you can have, because you're always having a fresh goaltender in instead of playing one back-to-back when you get into a playoff series. So beautiful luxury to have, and going to be up to the coach whether he's going to, take the philosophy of well, this guy won, I'm going to give him another shot, or go in with a fresh guy.
Into the Indy zone, it is played to the far side. Fuel will get it to the blue line, but it's back off the stick of Capone. Now back along the left side. We come out to center ice. Comets give it a poke. We go back along the far boards. Backhander all the way into the Comet end. Goes back below the goal line to Krebs up along the wall. There's Kirill Tatayev trying to capture it. Goes down into the corner. Now Krebs being tangled up in the far side corner. Tatayev trying to muscle his way in there. It's going to squirt loose back along the far side. Indy with the puck. A shot. That goes wide. Back on the near side. Back into the corner behind the net. Here's Kirill Tatayev to pick it up. Kirill with a head of steam coming out to center ice. He'll come across the line. Hands. Tried to hand it off to Capone. Just wasn't quite ready for the pass. Comes out to center ice. Now on the right wing. We'll flip it into Weeks. Goes off of his stick, and it goes over to Trevor Zins on the right side. 1-0 Comets here in the first. Pass comes ahead, and the Fuel will come across the line here, but poked away. Right back to the far side. It goes to DePaulo in front of the net. Here's a shot. That was blocked. Comets will pick it back up. We'll move it to the right side. We're coming across the line here. Here's Bloom. Bloom over it goes. He had a man. That was McGarrett, but I think that was tipped by a sprawling Jaden Joseph, and the puck goes down into the corner. Dufour up against the wall, trying to snake away, but it's taken away by Joseph. Joseph on the right side. Comes across the line, left side to Paolo, looking for a shot, but Reese on top of him, throws it out in front of the net, knocked away, but the Fuel still maintain possession. They go into the near side, Paquette, front shot, that's going to go out of play, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, good back checking by Blumen on that one, taking him down in the corner and tying him up, because just prior to that, the puck did come loose. He had white jerseys crashing to the net, and he was trying to get it in front, and Bloom was able to prevent him from doing that.
So we are down to a timeout, so we are going to take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Regular checkups and screenings are important to be healthy now and to stay well in the future. With same-day appointments and online scheduling, it's easy to make an appointment with Lutheran Health Physicians Primary Care. You can even see us from the comfort of your home with a telehealth visit. Make your appointment at LutheranHealthPhysicians.com and face your future with confidence. That's LutheranHealthPhysicians.com.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back live in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Shane and Fred here tonight. Indy threatening a shot. It is blocked. Rebound. It's going to go to the far side. Day doesn't know where it is, but it's in the corner. And it goes behind the net. The Comets will swipe it to the near side, up along the wall. Back behind the net. Centering play, knocked away, and back to the far side as Day does not have a stick. Back to the far side. Comets lead this one 1-0, but the Fuel threatening. Puck behind the nets. Go to the far side. There's Chase Defoe on the far side for Indy. Scoops it up, gets it up top to the blue line to Lapide. Comets get a stick on it. It's going to get out of the zone. Day is going to go retrieve his stick, and the Comets bring it back into offensive territory. Defoe has got it for the Fuel. Left side is going to feather it into the Comet zone. Goes all the way down to Krebs. Krebs behind the net, back along the far side. Now up along the wall. Comets coming across the line. It's Brady Stonehouse. Stonehouse along the far side, pulls up, looks around, takes a shot. That's deflected. And that one, well, will stay in play. Looked like it hit the net, but it will keep on moving here. As the Fuel now have it. Chris Cameron on the right side. Cameron coming across the line. Sends it towards the net, knocked down. Comets get a stick on it, but not out. Back to the far side. There's a shot, and they score. Gagne will get the goal right over the left shoulder of Day. And we're tied at 1.
Yeah, coming from the circle, just moved on down. It looked like Day was squared up on it, had good vision on it, just beat him clean. And prior to that goal, you had Lapide behind Day before he lost the stick, had his leg behind his, and when the puck went to the other side, Day couldn't slide across, and he ended up getting turned around 360, which led to him losing his stick. So they got to watch the congestion in front, but you got a shot coming in from the circle. Just one you think he should have had.
We're tied at 1 here at the Coliseum. 12:33 to go in the first period. And now here comes Matt Capone right down the middle of the ice, taking a shot off the stick of Weeks. And back to the far side. Now up top to the blue line. Here's Schmerich, got his pass blocked. Back out to center ice. Comets able to poke check it away. And back it goes along the far boards. Tossed into the Comet zone. Swipe to the near boards. And into the corner goes Harrison Reese. Back to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich on the far side. It's caught there behind the net by Marquez. And now it's going to come up top here to Zins, who spins around top of the circle. Hands it off. Marquez swipes it back into the corner. Harrison Reese working for it. Now it's going to go to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich on the far side gives it a tap. Comes out to center ice. And back along the left boards. Across the line. Fuel with it. Poke checked on the near side. That's DePaulo. And DePaulo with a man on his back. That's Schmerich. Now swipe back below the goal line. Comets will intercept it. We'll get it out of the zone. But the Fuel able to punch it right back into Comet territory. And now back to the far side. That was Dufour right at the blue line. Couldn't capture the puck. And now the Fuel will shovel it forward. Back on the near side. And back along the wall. Goes into the Comet zone. And it's Tyler Inamoto to the far side. Comets coming across the line here. Here's William Dufour. Going to pitch it into the Indy zone. It goes down into the corner. And we'll try and cycle it up top to the far side. Dufour in front of the net. Couldn't get to it. Back along the near side. And the Fuel moving along the wall, but Bloom will stop it. Now it's poked away by Defoe. Defoe coming out to center ice. Angles to the right side. Flips it into the Comet zone. And off the end wall it goes. Inamoto slides to the far side. Picked off by Magera. And back along the far side. Bloom gets it out of there. And the Comets now try and break it out. Dufour on the right side. Dufour coming across the line and on sides here as he kicks it down into the corner. And the Fuel now will recapture it. Pass comes forward. It's going to be Christian Berger coming across the line. Got it poked away. They got to get on sides here. And the Comets now will get it back. Reese Harsh onto the far side. Goes off a stick and back into the Indy zone. There goes Zins taking off the play, but he's able to get it to Cameron. Cameron flips it ahead, but it's picked off by Matty Miller. Going to send it on, or that's Pavich with a shot. Oh, and a penalty is going to come up to the Comets. Interference on the Comets. So it'll put the Fuel on the power play for the first time tonight, but the good news is for the Comets, Indy dead last.
Dead last.
In the power play this season.
Well, the Comets, giving up that goal, one of the things that was characteristic of it was they weren't winning the little battles up against the wall like they were doing earlier. So they need to survive this power play and get back to winning those battles. Winning this draw, again, we saw them struggle on the face-off dot.
And we're tied at 1. Here's the face-off left of Nathan Day. And the Fuel win the face-off. They'll put it up along the far side. They'll drop it down low. They put it out in front. Shoveled forward, and the puck goes down into the corner. Rimmed up top to Petgrave. Petgrave, his pass blocked, but it's picked back up by DePaulo. Back up top to Petgrave. Angles it on over up along the far side. And Tucker hanging on to it. Now he'll push it back up top to Petgrave. Back top of the circle. That's Lapide. Lapide up along the far boards. Lapide walks it down low in front. Knocked away. Goes underneath back along the far side. And will pop it up top to Petgrave. Petgrave at the blue line. Over to the far side. 1:20 to go on the kill. Here's a shot. That's going to be rimmed out of the zone. So we're down to 1:15 to go on this Ruoff Mortgage penalty kill. And the Comets bat it right back into the Indy zone. Comets have killed off 16 straight power plays coming into tonight's game. And they still have 1:04 left on this one as Petgrave will get it forward to the left side. Coming across the line here at the Fuel, but the Comets right there at the blue line. Knock it on back to Weeks. And the Fuel with the puck.
Getting it out of the zone and being able to set up the layers right at the blue line will cause Indy fits, and that's why winning the faceoff is so important.
Weiss on the left side to Defoe coming across the line. Gets hit by Inamoto. Puck goes down in the corner. Now back on the near side. Comets will pump it off the wall, and it's going to go down to Weeks with 28 seconds to go on the kill. 1-1 is our score here in the first period. Zins turns the corner. Coming out to center ice. Drops it on back. And the Fuel will come across the line. Defoe, left side. Angles it on back. Comets are able to claim it. Right side we go. Stonehouse short-handed coming across the line. A shot. Just missed it high. Back to the far side. Sinclair chops it out of there. And the Comets can kill off the rest of this one. Oh, kind of a choppy line change there. And the Fuel will get out to the Comet end here. And knocked around in front of the net. We're back to 5-on-5. And the Comets, we survived that one as the puck goes into the Indy zone.
Well, smart move. That puck was loose over there, and Stonehouse was going off, and he thought about coming back and playing it, and good thing he didn't, or there would have been too many men on the ice. So he had to let it go, and the Comets had to survive it.
7:47 to go here in the first period. As we take a look at our Ace Radiator shots on goal. 5-4 in favor of the Comets here tonight, and we are tied at 1.
Well, when Indy gets the puck down low, what they're doing is they're sending all three guys down into the blue paint, and they're just waiting for the puck to come in from the point, and they could try to get a chop at it. And the Comets have got to clear them out. There was one moment in that power play that they had. We had Jordan behind the net, coming right up at the post. And Schmarek was really in no man's land. He was standing in the middle of the blue paint. He was too far away to stop Joseph when the puck got down to him, and he wasn't close enough to the other offensive player, DePaulo, who was up in the top of the slot. So he's got to pick one or the other, number one. And number two, when they come down like they do, they've got to start clearing the bodies out. Don't let them get comfortable down there.
So we got 7:47 to go here in the first period. You know, the starting goaltender for Indy tonight, Mitchell Weeks, he has been in 8 contests with the Comets coming into tonight's game. And you take a look at that goals against, .213 and a .925 save percentage against the Comets. You think his record would be a little bit better. 3-4-1 is Mitchell Weeks. That shows you that Mitchell Weeks doesn't get much goal support out there when he's playing against the Fort Wayne Comets.
Yeah, judging by their goal totals, not against too many teams either, so he must be used to it by now. But he's a heck of a goaltender, and you know, he's one of those guys you just can't pepper with red shots and expect to have success. You got to make a move. You got to get green shots in on him, and the Comets can do that with their speed game if they can create space.
And the drop to the left of Weeks. And Capone will take the face-off. Having some words there with the linesman. And the Fuel with the puck. A little bounce it to the far side. Behind the net, Comets take it away. They're going to the net. That's Tatayev, and could not put it home. It's going to go out to center ice.
Now, Comets lost the face-off, but Tatayev used his speed to go and win the little battle in the corner to get a control of it.
Here's Murray at center ice. Slick move. Gets across the line here. Now he's pressed up against the wall by Cameron. Poke loose goes to Schmerich. He saucers one to Harrison Reese. Reese down low along the near side. To Capone. Avoids a check, but he left the puck along the wall. And Marquesan will dig it out. Back out to center ice. Here is Harrison Reese going to flip it into the Fuel zone. We go back along the far boards and out to center ice where it is nabbed by the Fuel, but the Comets able to get it back. Here we come on the left side. We'll come across the line. Here we'll pitch it over. Shot that just rolls off the stick of Dufour. Back behind the nets. Now it rolls in front of the nets. Picking it up is Weeks, and a face-off coming up.
Yeah, Dufour just had that puck just slid off of it. You know, when you do the shot with these new sticks with the flex, you pull it in close to your body to get a good angle on it, and that's when the puck can roll off. It looks like, how do you miss that shot? But that's how. And it just unfortunately happened to him on that one, but he kept with the puck, got it in front of the net. McGarrett trying to crash, but Weeks, he covered it up.
Face off to the right of Weeks. Tied up in the dot. McGarrett gets stumped, and it goes back into the corner. McGarrett gives it a tap, but it's the Fuel coming away with it. And we'll go along the left side, up along the wall, and right there at the blue line go the Comets. Trying to pump it back out of there. But there's Petgrave, and he'll throw it down to Day, and Day is just going to play that one off short hop and just get a whistle. Tonight's game being brought to you by CareSource, offering benefits that go beyond health insurance, like one-on-one help to find a steady job, access to healthy food, or a dependable ride. When your life is better, your health can be better too. CareSource, care that connects. Face off to the right of Nathan Day. Tied at 1 here in the first. Shots are even up at 5 now. And McGarrett in the face-off with Chase Defoe. The drop goes into the corner. Harsh behind the nets. He'll scoop it up along the far side. Going to come up along the wall. Cycle back along the far boards. And now Defoe goes off his stick. Looking for some room. Creeps up towards the blue line. He'll punch it into the corner. Tyler Weiss down there for the Fuel. Now Bloom along the far side. Looking to hand it off to McGarrett. Does not. And it goes down into the corner. Fuel now working along the far side. There is Weiss. McGarrett on top of him. Will pop up top of the blue line. Here's a shot. That's knocked away. Picked back up by Bloom. And Bloom issues it out to center ice. Dufour with it for the Comets. Goes along the far side. Dufour looks around. Goes behind the net. He'll flip it over to Harsh. Oh, but it's intercepted by Lapine. He'll drop it off. He's got a man on the left side. And now the Fuel. Here's a shot. That goes wide. Back to the far side. Going to rim all the way out of the zone. So no icing. As Grima sends it forward. We'll pass it ahead on the far side. Tucker coming across the line. Tucker feathers it over on the left side. And now up top to the blue line. Berger with a drive. Rattles around in the pads of Day. Makes the save. And the Fuel still have it. Out at the blue line. Up top. Here's a shot. That goes wide. That was Zins. And the Comets picking it up off the rim. Along the near side, Fuel get it right back. Leskowski coming across the line. He'll hand it off to Tucker, sends it towards the net. It goes wide. Janicki on the far side gives it a tap. And Logan Nelson gets it free. Pavich on the far side back into Indy territory, but the Fuel will get it again. Right back into the Comet zone. Goes off the end wall. Into the corner. It goes Jalen Schmerich. Off the end wall. Picked back up. Marquesan with it. Trying to wrap it around. And shot safe made by Day. Back behind the net. Fuel still with the puck. Working up. Here's a shot. That one was blocked. Oh, Harrison Reese didn't know where it was. And now it's golfed off the end wall. Fuel now dictating play here in the Comet zone. 4:20 to go in the first, tied at 1, and the Fuel with the puck here. Here's a shot right in front of the net. It is still in front of the net. Now it's in the blue paint, and it is underneath the leg of Nathan Day.
Well, Indy is dictating play. They're making the Comets play their game, which is a gritty game. They're a bunch of ham and eggers. They like fighting up against the walls and being able to get control of the puck. They like it choppy, and that leads to offense for them. So the Comets have got to start winning the battles in the defensive zone and start playing their game by opening up space and getting the speed game going. Right now, it's an Indy game in the last couple of minutes.
We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
Fort Wayne Comet Hockey from the 96.3 XKE studio is powered by Indiana Tech's online classes. Indiana Tech, go for it. WXKE Churubusco is 96.3 XKE. Fort Wayne's classic rock.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask insurance and financial services in Auburn if auto owners make sense for you.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's classic rock.
Back here in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Puck rolling down to Nathan Day, and he's got to give a quick cover. As Fred, Indy, well, they're playing desperate. They need a win here tonight. After tonight, they only have one game remaining, and that is against the Wheeling Nailers. And Fiona will take you through the intermission coming up, and she'll take a look at the playoffs situation here. But Indy, 76 points right now. They are in the playoffs, but that could disappear rather quickly if they do not get a win here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, it's a gritty team, and we saw Lapede earlier get behind Day, and a couple of shifts prior to this one, you had Tucker doing the same thing. They like to make you uncomfortable, get behind the goaltender, put the goaltender off balance, get that puck bouncing in front, and just try to get a dirty one.
3:48 to go here in the first. We're tied at 1. As the pass comes on the right side of Matt Miller. Miller has an open man. Will come across. Oh, but offside will be
Stonehouse, just a squeak offside.
It was Atkinson who was open on the left wing. So a face-off will come outside of the Indy line.
But that's the difference in the game right there. That's the Comets game, being able to come through the neutral zone with speed and having multiple guys abreast, crossing over the line, passing options. They formulate that. They're very successful.
To the right side, Comets send it into the Indy zone. Now it's sliced along the near side. Harsh will go off the end wall. And now to the right side. Grima gets it out of there for the Fuel. Knocked back to the Comet end. There's Harsh to the far side. And now the Comets coming across the line here. Right side, Capone with a shot, and it was blocked partially, and it goes down to Weeks.
Yeah, Capone tried to drag that over to the left to be able to get it past the defenseman and just hit the side of his pad. So it ended up being just a little bouncer in on Weeks.
Shots on goal being brought to you by Ace Radiator. 9-6 right now in favor of Indy. Face off to the left of Weeks. Taking a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. Bloomington and Iowa just underway in Coralville. No score. As Blake Murray will take the face-off. And the drop goes down to the corner. Rim to the near side, and now it's going to go to Jaden Joseph. Reese Harsh stretches out, gets a tip on it, goes back into the Comet zone. Now to the right side. Pass comes to the far boards, goes off a skate and back along the boards. It's going to be Krebs, knocks it around on the right side. Comets now clear the zone. It's going to jump all the way back into the Indy end. That's an icing call, and that is an Auto Owners Insurance icing call with 2:52 to go here in period number 1. Tied at 1. William Dufour got an assist on Austin McGarrett's 30th goal of the season. And that's the first time we've had a 30 goal scorer since Sean Boudria did it 3 years ago. Face off to the right of Day, and we've got the rookie Chase Defoe in the face-off circle. Komets win the face-off, goes behind the net to Krebs. He'll lift it to the far side to Tatayev, goes off a skate, and back along the near side. Back up along the wall, Komets pick it up, coming across the line. Here's Kirill Tatayev, stops, lost the handle on it. He juggled it a little bit, goes back along the near side. And the Fuel now bring it on the left wing. Backhander all the way down off the end wall. And the Komets along the near side will get it out of the zone, out to center ice. And now along the far side in the neutral zone, Defoe will drag it back into Comet territory. As the puck goes down into the corner, here's Krebs. Krebs down there, gives it a tap. And Bloom looks like caught a slash there, but no call. We go back out to Defoe. And Defoe will get it out, trying to go back to Bloom. Pass was caught up in his skates, didn't know where it was. And now back into the Comet end. To the far side, here's Krebs. Krebs goes off the stick and do 4 all the way down to Weeks. Weeks will stop it. He'll move it into the near side corner, now back along the wall. Puck goes back in the Comet zone, up along the wall. Komets get it back. Will sky it. It's going to go down into Indy territory. Janicki along the near side. Janicki up along the wall. Comes back to the near side. They'll bounce it off the glass, and the puck waffles on back into the Comet end. Here's Schmerich. Long outlet pass, looking for Pavic. Just goes off of his stick, and Grima will get it back to neutral territory. Pavic picks it back up. Now he'll curl it back to Grima, back along the far side. Komets caught off sides here. Now Pavic waits for everybody, and now he'll put it into the Indy zone. Here's Janicki along the far side. Paul Kettle on the far side for Indy, coming up top of the blue line. And stopping it was Schmerich momentarily, but the Fuel able to get it back with 1 minute to go here in the first period. We're tied at 1. Out to center ice. Komets give it a tap. And Jaden Joseph coming across the line, far side. Komets able to interrupt the play. It's Logan Nelson. Shuffles it forward to the right side to Pavic there at the blue line. Going to push it into the Indy zone. It goes down into the corner. Up along the near side, all the way down. This will be an icing on Indy. So a little unforced error on their part with 34.3 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, Comets have an opportunity for an end-of-period push here. If they can pull this puck back off the face-off and set things up.
Face off to the left. Mitchell Weeks. To the blue line. Right side, Atkinson. In front, shot. Oh, that was Inamoto, and he knocked his man down as the puck slid off his stick. And it's going to go all the way down. Inamoto.
Smart play on that one. Inamoto went to take the shot and fanned on it, and he knew he was in a vulnerable position for them to take the puck and go on a breakaway, and he made sure that didn't happen by putting his man down.
Komets get called for offside here, but Tyler Inamoto back in the lineup for the first time in a couple of weeks. And Dustin McFall went back on injured reserve today, but the Komets are going to have 8 really good defensemen on this playoff roster, so it'll be interesting to see what the pairings are. I mean, Tyson Feist tonight is your odd man out. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And what a series Feist had. A lot of big hits in that Toledo game.
All right, Indy with the puck. Here is Cameron. Throws it down into the Comet zone. Komets get a hold of it. We'll go along the near side with 2 seconds to play out to center ice, and that will do it. So we're done with 20 minutes here tonight at the Coliseum. Komets need 2 points to edge ever so close to getting the Central Division title. We need 3 points in the final 3 games to claim the Central Division title and home ice for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. Indy right now trying to hold off everybody else in the Central. They only have 2 games remaining on their schedule, including this one. And they are in a must-win situation, but
and the game's playing out like all of the Indy Fort Wayne games have. It's just a very gritty game. They make things uncomfortable for you. You've got to fight through it. You've got to win the small battles. It starts with the face-offs, and you saw it in the Comets. when they had the Russian going, they had some good offense early in the period, but then an awful lot of grittiness. Like I said, a bunch of Hammerdager kind of players. They like that kind of a game, and that's the way that they stop you from scoring, keep the game low scoring, and then look for their opportunities.
For our strengths and really trying to make a push here. We've got a great group of guys and a great locker room, and the culture's been built here from the teams before, so now we just got to fall into place and do our job.
At this point of the year, what kind of words do you have for our Comets fans here in the jungle tonight?
We're going to need you guys big time over the next couple weeks. Really big games coming up here, so we're really going to need you guys to back it as much as you can. Bring all the energy, bring everyone you know, bring them all. We're going for it, so let's do it.
Give it up for Matt Capone down here in the Rough Mortgage Live for the bench interview.
That's we will throw it over to Fiona Quinn. She'll take you through the intermission. We'll go over all the possible playoff scenarios. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Hey y'all, this is singer-songwriter Riley Green, and my idea of a good time is grabbing a guitar, a few good friends, and some cold and smooth Busch Lights. Pick up a case of your own this weekend. No guitar needed.
Busch. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey y'all, this is singer-songwriter Riley Green, and my idea of a good time is grabbing a guitar, a few good friends, and some cold and smooth Busch Lights. Pick up a case of your own this weekend. No guitar needed.
Busch. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You can count on Rich's Auto Center for all of your automotive needs. They are a AAA approved repair facility, and their ASE certified technicians are equipped to handle everything from preventative maintenance, engine repairs, brake services, heating and air, to tire services, and more. Their Napa Auto Care Center backs you with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Find them at richesautocenter.com. Give them a call at 260-747-8145 to schedule an appointment.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask Jacob Insurance Services in Angola if auto owners make sense for you.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your independent local choice for physical therapy. There's no referral needed to come see us, and we accept all insurance. With direct access, you can just walk in and request an appointment at any of our 18 convenient locations. Our team of expert therapists are here to help you recover and get you back to doing what you love. Visit us online at indianapt.com to request your appointment.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
At A&S Property Maintenance, they provide comprehensive care for your property all year round. Their expertise in residential and commercial lawn mowing is just the start. From lawn care, fertilizing, and tree trimming to spring and fall cleanups, they're here to enhance your outdoor space. In winter, rely on them for prompt snow removal and salting services. Licensed and insured, serving Fort Wayne and surrounding areas. Visit them at AANDSproperty.com.
Copper Forge Distilling is Fort Wayne's finest destination for premium small batch spirits. From crisp vodka or gin to their award-winning aged rum or peppermint schnapps, every bottle is crafted with passion right here in Indiana. Pick up Copper Forge's vodka or gin at Cap and Cork, or visit Copper Forge's tasting room to grab a bottle or sip a handcrafted cocktail made just for you. Visit copperforgedistilling.com for product and tasting room details. American spirits, the American way. Copper Forge Distilling, where every pour is a celebration.
It's now time for the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Welcome into the All-American Stores broadcast booth for this Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show. I'm Fiona Quinn, taking you through our first intermission, where your Fort Wayne Comets and the Indy Fuel are tied at 1 goal apiece. So, to see what happened in the first period, we're going to take a look at our Three Rivers Electric game summary, where Austin Magera would score his 30th goal of the season at 2:26. Dufour and Tatayev would get the assists, and that goal was on the power play. Lukoski for the Fuel would tie this game at 1 at 7:25, his 15th of the season. Jocelyn and Cameron the assists. Taking a look at our penalties, one for either squad. Tucker got a tripping minor at 2:17, and then Trevor Janicki went off for interference at 9:57. Mitchell Weeks for the Indy Fuel, he has made 5 saves on 6 shots. Nathan Day has made 8 saves on 9 shots. Taking a look at our face-offs, Thomas Sinclair has won 4 of 6 face-off attempts. Austin Magera is 2 of 3. Blake Murray is 4 of 6. Logan Nelson is 1 of 2. And Matt Capone is 0 of 1. And that is a look at our Three Rivers Electric game summary. We're going to take a break and look at the other 2 games here on the slate tonight and what the playoffs could look like. Stay with us. You are listening to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show here on 96.3 XKE.
Three Rivers is a proud sponsor of the Comets Kids Club, granting young Comet fans access to special events, ticket vouchers, and more. They also have a special program for our community's kids at the credit union as well. A Credit Union Buddy Perks account rewards children under the age of 12 for good saving habits and good grades. Get your kids excited about healthy financial habits by making saving fun and rewarding. Open a Three Rivers CUB Perks account today. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org/save.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
100 brand new Hyundais under 25 grand at Glenbrook Hyundai.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, work day, play day, every day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, save every day at Glenbrook Hyundai.
100 brand new Hyundais under 25 grand. New Venue SEL, Elantra SEL Sport, even Kona SE. New 2026, all under $25,000. Under 25 grand. Plus, get 0.99% financing. And you get America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And we double it. 20 years, 200,000 miles.
Save every day at Glenbrook Hyundai.
Save thousands on new Tucsons, Elantras, Palisades, and more during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Events. 100 brand new Hyundais under 25 grand.
Save every day at Glenbrook Hyundai.
Se habla Espanol. Call 800-HYUNDAI. GlenbrookHyundai.com. GlenbrookHyundai.com. For details, visit GlenbrookHyundai.com.
Discover North Star Mortgage, where education meets excellence in mortgage financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned real estate investor, it's crucial to have a reliable mortgage team on your side. Their commitment to excellent communication and accessibility ensures you're never alone in the process. Experience a faster, easier, and more affordable journey home with North Star Mortgage. Call or text Rich Galbraith at 705-6952 to get started today.
And now, back to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
We are in the middle of the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show here on 96.3 XKE, and I'm Fiona Quinn taking you through our first intermission. Well, we have 2 other games happening in the ECHL tonight. We're going to check in on our Meyer out-of-town scoreboard, and both of those games are scoreless. Worcester is at Maine, and the Bloomington Bison have made the final trip to Iowa, Iowa's last home game, and that game is scoreless with 9:49 remaining in the first period. So, only 2 other games happening tonight, only 2 games happening tomorrow. Norfolk is at Greensboro at 10:30 a.m., and then Toledo will take on your Fort Wayne Comets at 7:35. So we're going to look at what Sunday's scores were, because those will help set up what the playoff standings look like. So, Rapid City won in overtime at Utah. It was a final in overtime 5-4. Bloomington defeated Greenville 4-0. The Trois-Rivières Lions defeated the Adirondack Thunder 5-1. Your Fort Wayne Komets defeated the Toledo Walleye by a score of 5-4. Worcester smacked Greensboro by a score of 8-1. Indy beat Iowa in a shootout 4-3. Orlando defeated Jacksonville 7-4. Kalamazoo beat Cincinnati 2-1. Maine beat Norfolk 2-1. Wheeling defeated Reading in overtime 2-1. Savannah defeated Atlanta 4-2. Idaho defeated Tulsa 7-3, and the Allen Americans won over the Wichita Thunder 6-3. So, with the scores from Sunday, the scores here tonight, and then there are 2 games happening tomorrow, we've kind of set up a stage to look at our playoff races. But we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to take a break and come back with a look at the standings around the ECHL. So stay with us. You're listening to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show here on 96.3 XKE.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne if Auto Owners make sense for you.
When it comes to care for your heart, choose the team that keeps you in the game. Lutheran Health Network. Our lineup of cardiologists, specialists, and surgeons have one goal: to keep your heart healthy. With advanced diagnostics, treatment for complex heart conditions, and multiple accreditations, we're winning the fight when it comes to beating heart disease. Lutheran Health Network, your team for heart health.
Let's talk employee benefits. Should we use an HMO, a POS, or a PPO? If we get an HDHP, we could add an HSA or maybe even an FSA or HRA.
Choosing your company's health coverage can be complicated. When you have questions, there's only 3 letters you need to know: PHP. We can help you make sense of your options and all the acronyms. For local service, customized coverage, and the region's largest provider network, visit partnerwithphp.com.
And now, back to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
We are back live in the All-American Stores broadcast booth for this Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show. And we only have 3 days left. Sunday is the final day of the regular season. So what does next week look like? Well, to answer that question, we're going to take a look at the standings around the ECHL, and every other division has their playoff futures mapped out except for the Central. So we will get to them last, save the best for last. So we're going to start in the Eastern Conference North Division, where the Wheeling Nailers are going to take on the Adirondack Thunder. The Maine Mariners are going to take on the Reading Royals. Out of the playoff picture are the defending champions, the Trois-Rivières Lions, the Worcester Whalers, the Norfolk Admirals, and the Greensboro Gargoyles. In the South Division, Florida, they have run away with, they have 104 points. They will take on the Savannah Ghost Pirates. The Atlanta Gladiators will take on the South Carolina Stingrays. Out of playoff contention are the Jacksonville Icemen, Orlando Solar Bears, and Greenville Swamp Rabbits. So we're going to turn to the Western Conference Mountain Division, where the Kansas City Mavericks have they've clinched the playoff position, they've clinched the division, and they've clinched the regular season championship. They have 114 points. They will take on the Tahoe Night Monsters. The Idaho Steelheads will battle against the Allen Americans. Teams that have not made it to the postseason: the Utah Grizzlies, the Rapid City Rush, the Wichita Thunder, and the Tulsa Oilers. So finally, the Central Division. We still don't know where this will end up until Sunday. Your Fort Wayne Komets currently in that top spot with 96 points. We need 3 more points to clinch the division. Toledo, they're in that second place spot with 94 points. And then everything gets a little hairy. Coming into tonight's action, Indy with 76 points, Bloomington with 75 points, Cincinnati also with 75 points, and Kalamazoo not out of it yet with 74 points. So the other game happening in the Central tonight, Iowa and Bloomington, is huge to see who's in and who's out of the Central Division. But we still have a game left to play here that will definitely help at least shake out what the playoff pictures could look like. So we're going to take one final break and come back for the drop of the puck for the second period with Shane Alberani and Fred Bean. You have been listening to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show here on 96.3 XKE.
Join the music revolution today by enrolling your child at School of Rock. With over 60,000 students and more than 300 locations around the globe, we are changing the way people learn music, period. Our students get one-on-one lessons from professional musicians and learn to play with others. They have band practice and perform at real rock shows. We combine all that with proprietary music books and an innovative mobile app, making our teaching unlike anything else. We have taught hundreds of thousands of students around the world to play music, and we're just getting started. Start your child's musical journey today. Enroll now. Learn more at schoolofrock.com/enroll.
Experience the best in audio with D&B Sales Incorporated, your car audio specialists. Proudly family owned and operated, they offer the area's largest inventory of car, truck, and boat audio equipment, along with motorcycle audio, remote starts, tools, and body shop supplies. Visit them at their two convenient locations, 4730 Speedway Drive in Fort Wayne and 202 South Broad Street in Fremont. Experience the best in audio with D&B Sales Incorporated, your car audio specialists. Discover why they're still here and better than ever.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
We are back live here in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean taking you through this one here tonight. Getting ready for the second period as the Comets in the Fuel right now knotted up at 1 goal apiece as we have got the face-off coming up at center ice. Being brought to you by First Source Bank. Taking a quick peek at the Meyer Out of Town scoreboard. We have a score in that Bloomington, Iowa game. It is Bloomington 1 and Iowa 0 as the Heartlanders playing their very last home game in team history out at Extreme Arena. And I am certainly going to miss that barn. 5 years we've been playing Iowa. We had an epic 7-game playoff series last season. And it's just a sad moment here as Coralville will be silent after tonight. But hopefully, well, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what to root for here. Iowa taking on Bloomington. But still, hoping for Iowa to get a win one last time at their home arena. All right, the puck goes down into the Comet zone as we are underneath the goal now. Go back along the near side. And we're underway here in the second period. Here, Stonehouse on the left side gives it a push into Indy territory. We go back along the near side and up along the wall. Out of the zone, it's played into the Comet end. Here's Harrison Racehill banking to the far side. Comets pick it off. And now we're trying to get through the neutral zone here, but the Fuel active sticks. And now the Comets get it away. It's going to be Harrison Racehill back it into the Indy zone. And now back to the far side. Tatayev along the far side. Kicks it down into the corner. Sinclair takes a bump as he unloads the puck on the near side. Tatayev cycles it around. Back up top, Inamoto. Inamoto along the far side. Hands it off to Capone. Capone gets taken off his feet. Now he's able to get back. And now up along the far side. Puck being poked around. Tatayev trying to get it away. Now he's double teamed down in the corner. And now another mashup. Capone hits the deck again. Able to pop back up. Now the puck is going to squib loose back on the right side. Out of the zone it goes. And let's see here. We got an icing call on the Fuel. Just underway here in the second period. We are tied at 1.
Indy's throwing extra numbers at the puck in the corner. That's where they're trying to live, to be able to win their battles up against the boards. Capone and Tataya fighting hard against three and at one time four guys. But when they finally got the puck loosened up, they iced it.
Face off to the left of Weeks. DeFore comes away with the puck. Left side, Inamoto. Inamoto up along the wall. Inamoto sneaking in. A shot, save made. The rebound comes out to DeFore. DeFore kicks it along the far side. Now up along the wall. Fuel able to muscle it away. Comes out to center ice. And now they'll come across the line here. Laskowski cutting to the net. He'll backhand it wide. It's going to go to the near side. Picked up by Josh Bloom. Bloom along the near boards. Gets it across the line, but a turnover here, and the Fuel reclaim it to the right side. And now back to Berger in front of the net. He'll stretch it ahead. Now Bloom will intercept the pass, and Bloom coming out to center ice, gonna pitch it forward, looking for Dufour. It's broken up, and now back to Dufour at center ice. Dufour on the left side, got it poked away. He will backhand it up along the wall, goes back along the near side, and the Fuel have got it. Weiss coming across the line. He'll flip it down, and getting to it is Day behind the net. Nathan Day rims it to the near side, comes up along the wall. Chopped forward, Logan Nelson will get it free, and back to the far side for Petgrave. He'll stretch it to Lee Lapide. No, he missed him. It's going to go back to Krebs, and now onto the right side, off the stick of Janicki, and this one's going to get out of play.
Well, Shane, Indy continues to jump on the puck and taking the chances that you're going to win the battle. And so far, they've been very successful with it. We saw the Comets do a cross-ice pass, which they like to do that a lot, and send their forwards off onto the races. And Petgrave just stepped in front of it, leaving the defense exposed if he had missed. But that's the kind of risky play that they play. And what it does is it takes away the Comet space and interrupts their flow.
And we're tied at 1 here. In the first 11 matchups between these two rivals this season, 8 of them have ended in 1-goal contests. The Comets 8-2-1 against Indy this season. So they're always tight games as the puck goes into the Indy zone. It goes behind the net here. And back to the right side, out to center ice now. Krebs will take care of it. He'll get it to Janicki. He'll bounce it off the wall, and down it goes into Indy territory. Onto the right side, Martin will get it along the near boards, looking to hand it off, but the Comets are there to poke it away. That was Pavic, and it's tied up along the near side. Comets stepping up along the near side. It goes off the glove, and now it goes off the end wall, and snagging that is Berger along the left side. Backhands it all the way down towards the Comet blue line. They'll pick it up, come across the line, a shot blocked, and the puck sits there. Now the Comets, lost it again. Now Krebs will get it back. Went off the skate of Nelson. Now Krebs out to center ice. Krebs will come across the line. Krebs on the left wing. He will rim it to the far side. Stepping up along the walls, Capone, and he'll pitch it into the corner. Comets behind the net, up top. Here's Schmerich with a lane, a shot, and a save made by Weeks. And Jalen Schmerich is down. Petgrave got into him.
Yeah, Petgrave came down. He was down on one knee, and I don't know whether he was having a skate problem or what, but his foot was out there. Basically did a slew foot on him and pulled him down. He went back literally on his back all at once. So he's ginger trying to get up.
Now, this is something you don't want to see in these 3 games. Is Jalen Schmerich, a big part of this team, having to get some help to get out on the ice, to get off the ice. And Jalen Schmerich, he is looking up at the scoreboard to see what happened there. And wow, Petgrave came across with his right leg and tripped Schmerich. I mean, Schmerich had his back turned to him, and Petgrave went down to a knee and clipped him, and there's no penalty.
Yeah, whether Petgrave was having an issue or not, the fact of the matter is he did trip him, and absolutely no call on it.
Now, the referee saying maybe incidental contact, but Jalen Schmerich is staying on the bench right now as the puck comes up to the blue line. Goes off the end wall, back along the far side. It goes down to the corner. And the Comet faithful here letting their disgruntlement be known, as offside will be the call on Indy. So, yeah, this is, we know we're playing for something. We're trying to get a division title, but the bigger picture is we don't want to get anyone injured for the playoffs. And that is something you just fear, but You know, Jalen Schmerich is as tough as they come. He was able to get back up on his feet and was able to skate back to the bench, but you can tell he's on the bench right now, and he is feeling it. He's grabbing, looks like his left back and hip area. And Coach Jesse Calicky, he is not happy, as well as he really shouldn't be. So Jalen Schmerich also talking to the referee, but he will stay on the bench.
Yeah, Jesse's got to make sure he doesn't get a bench minor. So we insult the injury.
We stay 1-1. And now the Fuel with the puck. Petgrave will angle it to the right side. Now it comes out to center ice. Inamoto will get it to the right side, and the Comets have it. We're going to come across the line. Atkinson on the far side sends it to Weeks, and it goes back below the goal line. Back into the corner. Sinclair works it back along the wall. And now onto the right side. Back into the Comet zone. Joseph will snag it. He goes down into the corner. Goes off the side of the cage. And it's picked up below the goal line. Here is Atkinson. He'll float it to the left side. Stonehouse cross it. Brink pass. Comets will work it back in. It's going to go all the way down. Back behind the net. It's going to be flung to the near wall here. Stepping up, loving it out of the air is Krebs, but offside will be the call.
So what's the ruling on that? He catches the puck, his skates were outside the blue line, but his glove was inside the blue line. The puck actually never went out, but he was.
So the faceoff will be outside of the Indy line. Jalen Schmerich on his feet, but you can tell he is holding that left side. As the puck goes back out to center ice, will come across on the right wing. Harsh goes back below the goal line to Zins. And back behind Weeks. Weeks looks over his left shoulder. And it goes back along the near side. Behind the nets, Magera in front. Dufour, shot save made by Weeks, and the rebound goes to the far side. Weeks just got the glove on it. And now the Fuel get it back into the Comet zone. Here's Dufour along the far side, up along the wall. It's tied up. Krebs along the far side. Magera muscles it out of there. And we got a race for the puck. Can Atkinson get there? No. Berger will get there. It's picked off. Comets with it in front of the net. And rolling off its stick was Bloom. And it goes back into the Comet zone. There's Schmerich back in the game. That's a good sight. Comets coming across the line. Here's Harrison Reese. He'll backhand it into the corner. And it's fed up along the near side. Almost picked off by Logan Nelson. Got a piece of it. Gets it over on the right side of Janicki. Here's a shot, missed it wide. Rims it to the blue line. Here is Schmerich with a drive. Save made. The rebound is going to come right out in front of the net. But the Comets can't get a stick on it. Back to the near side. Still tied at 1 here in the second. Logan Nelson in the slot, hands it off. Reese with a drive, off the glove of Weeks. Back to the far side, to the blue line. Schmerich will keep it in. Schmerich will put it into the corner. Up along the near side. On the near boards, and we can't get it off the wall, and it goes to Lapide. He'll feather it down. Shot on Day. He'll make the stop. He shovels it forward, gets it to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich on the left side. Toss it over to Janicki. Janicki on the right wing. Takes a hit by Marquesa. Now the Fuel will pick it back up. Pass ahead. Jalen Schmerich stops it. Back to the right side. Capone on the wall. Back it goes to Harrison Reese. Chops it on the right side. Comets coming across the line. Here's Capone trying to drop it off to Kirill Tatayev. Tatayev on the far side. It's going to go back along the wall. And now it's flipped back on the left side to Inamoto. Inamoto has a man. Tatayev coming across the line. Far side. Penalty is called. It's on Indy, and we're going back on the power play.
Well, good transition by the Comets. They started stepping up into the Indy passes and intercepting them and creating their opportunities of their own. And they had a shift going over by the bench. It looked like they might have had too many men on the ice, and the Indy was trying to call the penalty, and that kind of took their attention away from what was going on. Comets kept on pushing forward, no penalty called. Everybody got off the ice that was supposed to, and the puck wasn't played by anybody, so no penalty. And they brought it in, and we're hammering the goaltender, and that's where the penalty came up.
So we're going on our second power play of the night. Comets 1 of 1. Tonight's game being brought to you by Dio McComb & Sons, pre-pan your funeral arrangements with Comet legend Guy Dupuy at Dio McComb. For more information, call Guy at 260-426-9494 or visit McCombandSons.com. Remember, tomorrow night, Toledo is in town for the last time of the regular season. Comets bested the Walleye on Sunday. And a thrilling 5-4 win. We're going to do it again tomorrow. 7:30 is the start time. Get your tickets at the Coliseum Ticket Office. Also, get them for Sunday as well. Kalamazoo is in town for the regular season finale. And then we will start up the Kelly Cup playoffs next Friday and Saturday. Don't know who we're going to be playing, and we probably won't know until Sunday. Face off to the right of Indy Fuel, Indy Fuel goaltender Mitchell Weeks. And we could be playing these Indy Fuel in the first round, as Magera will take the face-off as the Comets start up their power play. Jaden Joseph will be in there for Indy. And we'll come up top to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich to the right side, a shot. That's deflected off the end glass, and it goes down to Tataya. To the near side, Joseph gets a hold of it. And now the Fuel will feather it into the Comet zone. Jalen Schmerich has got the puck. And Schmerich to the blue line. Angles it back to Logan Nelson. Back it goes to Kirill. And Tatayev will enter the zone. Kirill on the left side. Races into the corner. Slices it to the far side off the wall. It's tied up. Chris Cameron has got it for the Fuel. And now all the way down the length of the ice. Jumps down to Nathan Day, who will stop it. Neither team has had much offense here in the second period, and almost 8 minutes have come off the clock. Magera, left side across the line, trying to go to Tataya, but his pass was tipped by Jesse Tucker. And now along the far side, it's Tataya in the corner. Angles it up top to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich steps up, tries to pass in front of the net, but it was broken up. And Petgrave will clear the zone. Down it goes to Day. Schmerich is the first one back, 46 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, Magera was cross-checked in front and put down just before that pass came into him.
Murray will backhand it into the Indy zone. Now Murray has the puck, slices it. Oh, a little too hard for Bloom, and it's going to go all the way down. And now Nathan Day comes out, and he'll give it to Reese Harsh as the Comets get a change here. Harsh leading the charge, right side, will come across the line. Capone lets it go off his stick, and the Fuel will clear the zone. Down to 10 seconds to go in the power play. And Harsh behind the net. Harsh will hit his own blue line. Angles to his left. Flips it in, and the penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. McKesson on the near side. Pass ahead. Goes off his skate. Harsh trying to get to it. Martin collapses on it. Big hit there by Sinclair. The rookie comes in, cleans up. The puck goes Marquesan now going to the net. Save made by Day. And we go along the left side as Marquesan crash it in today. Now the Comets try and break it out. It's Capone coming across the line. Hands it off over left side. Stonehouse shot. A save made by Weeks, and he'll hang on to it. Good looking play there by the Comets.
Yeah, very nice. Capone to Sinclair to Stonehouse for the shot. Nice save by Weeks, who was able to tie it up without the rebound with Comets on the doorstep, but that's the kind of clean hockey that the Comets are looking for. Creating some space, using their speed, getting those shooting opportunities.
We got 10:30 to go here in the second. Still tied at 1. Shots 11-10 in favor of Indy, and they're being brought to you by Ace Radiator tonight. Here's the drop. Goes into the corner. Zins will grab it, and now he'll stretch it ahead. It's going to come out to center ice. Flipped ahead on the near boards. Comets get it up to their blue line. Will get it out of the zone. Now Bloom trying to break it out. Dufour on the right side. He'll enter the zone. Goes down to the corner. Got a man on his back, and it goes behind the net. In front now. Inamoto taps at it. Goes back into the corner. Inamoto will chase after it. As Zins on his back to the blue line. Comets with it. Dufour looking to snap one off in front, chopped, and it's going to get out of play, into the safety netting. And we're halfway done here tonight. We're going to take a break. We're going to the All-American Store's bathroom break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Three Rivers is a proud sponsor of the Comets Kids Club, granting young Comet fans access to special events, ticket vouchers, and more. They also have a special program for our community's kids at the credit union as well. A Credit Union Buddy Perks account rewards children under the age of 12 for good saving habits and good grades. Get your kids excited about healthy financial habits by making saving fun and rewarding. Open a Three Rivers CUB Perks account today. Learn more at threeriversfcu.org/save.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find freight advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OMNIBUY, 855-666-4289.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
9:58 to go here in period number 2. And we got a face-off to the left of Mitchell Weeks.
Well, Shane, we continue to see the chemistry and communication on the Bloom-McGarrett-DeFore line. They're just finding each other and putting the puck where it needs to be to get shots on. We saw it a couple of shifts earlier, McGarrett to DeFore in front of the net, and on that one right there with Bloom.
Here's the drop, sits there in the circle, and it's the Fuel winning that battle along the near side. Going to come out to center ice, and now chip to the far side, and the Comets take care of the puck in front of the net. DeFore will shovel it, or Reese shovels it forward, goes back into the corner, and Krebs trying to take care of it. Back along the near side, up along the wall, work to the blue line, held in. Here's a shot, that's blocked. We go back into the corner. Krebs has it, works it back up along the wall. DeFore gives it a tap, but we can't get it out of there. Paquette on the near side. Paquette takes a shot. It's blocked. Goes back on the right side. Here's Harrison Reese. Reese will lift it along the far side. Going to go back out to center ice. And a big hit there by Logan Nelson. Across the line comes DeFore in. Over it goes, and the puck was taken away by DePaulo. Out of the zone it goes. Krebs can't get to it. And back to the far side. Krebs now on the right wing. Will gain his own blue line. Ships it back over to the Indy blue line. Now it's going to be played by Harrison Reese back in Comet territory. Reese on the left side. Will get it ahead to center ice. Capone coming across the line. Capone veers off to his right. Got cut off by Cameron. Cameron gets a piece of it. It goes back. Well, they had Tatayev in front of the nets, but juggled in front. And now off the boards and back into the Comet end. Here is Reese Harsh. They'll angle it over to Schmerich. Schmerich on the left side. Zips it ahead. Oh, he had a man breaking. Now it's going to go to Capone. That was Murray, just couldn't quite handle that pass, and it goes back on the near side to the blue line. Oh, it's intercepted, and now we have got the Fuel on the right wing. Weiss coming across the line, stops, blows out a tire, hands it off in front. We got a scramble in front, and still scramble, and the Comets come away with it. On the right side, Capone trying to break it out, trying to saucer one to Tatayev, and he will put it down 2 weeks. Comets will get a line change as the Fuel with the puck. Pass comes ahead. Now to the far side, Pavich getting a stick on it. Pavich will go on to the left side, Inamoto. Inamoto on the left side, drops it back to Atkinson. Pass comes ahead, goes off the stick of Janicki and down into the Indy zone. Into the corner, up along the near side. Out to center ice, Atkinson. Back in his own blue line, will go on the left side to Inamoto. Inamoto on the far side, grabbing into Stonehouse. Stonehouse coming across the line. Stonehouse stops a shot, and a save made by Weeks. Back off the end wall. Cycle to the far side, coming up top to Atkinson. Trying to get around Martin, and another penalty coming up to Indy. Power play time, cross-checking on the Fuel.
Well, Comets are starting to win the battles in both ends of the ice. And that's causing the frustration. They jumping in and trying to hit, and sometimes you end up doing it illegally. So 2 minutes in the sin bin. And the Comets back on a power play.
Jesse Tucker into the box, and Comets 1 of 2 on the power play. Tonight's game being brought to you by Marathon. Sign up for Marathon Rewards with the Marathon app and fill up at area Marathon locations to save big on Comet tickets all season long. Face off to the right of Mitchell Weeks. Here's Magaro, picked up goal number 30 earlier in the game. We're tied at 1. Puck goes down into the corner. Here's Schmerich quickly. Fires one up top to Tatayev. Tatayev down low to Schmerich. Up top to DeFore. No shot there. He'll get it back over to Schmerich along the far side. He'll bounce it up top to DeFore. Top of the circle. Right side. A shot and missed it. Back to the near side. Tatayev. Intercepted by Lapide. He's going to get it out to the neutral zone, so the Comets will reset. Now Schmerich gets back into his own territory. Schmerich from his own blue line. Sends it back. Pass ahead to Magara. In front, Dufour all alone. He scores! William Dufour, stay hot, young man. It's 2-1 Comets.
What an absolute beautiful play, bang play. They passed it back into the offensive zone, and they ended up having the guy just breaking up through the middle, and it was played to the boards, into the middle, off to the races, DeFore with the shot and the goal.
7th goal in 4 games. And it's another power play tally for the Comets.
Well, I talked about the chemistry with that line, and you had McGarrett up on the half wall just hitting DeFore right in stride.
2-1 Comets here in the second. And the power play clicking as we have got Stonehouse coming across the line. And back to the far boards. And now out of the zone it goes. Comets, Inamoto to the far side, up along the wall. Indy with it now, right side, got a man, shot goes off the post, and that will get out of play. And the letdown, you have to be careful.
Yeah, I think Inamoto thought he was going to get an icing call on that one. He hustled back to collect the puck, and no whistle. And he was left all alone up against the boards, lost the puck, and they ended up bringing it in for a very nice shot off the post.
Comets now have 55 power play goals this season. That is one back of Toledo for the most in the Central. So the face-off to the left of Day after the fuel clang the iron. And the face-off to the left of Day.
I think Schmerich's asking the linesman, where's the whistle on that one? Should have been an icing.
And coming up top, Petgrave. A drive, save made by Day right off the left leg, and he'll hang on to it. And it looks like we're going to take a timeout. 5:56 to go here in the second frame. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
With Marathon Rewards, you can save up to $1 a gallon, and you'll earn every time you refuel. So when you stop in to fill up your tank, you're also banking rewards at the same time. And it's a little move we like to call the tank and bank. And to be frank, joining Marathon Rewards couldn't be more straightforward. I guess now that makes it a frank tank and bank situation. Sign up online, from our app, and even at the pump. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
So you call your virtual insurance company to ask a simple question about your policy, but now you're on hold listening to this music. While you wait and wait. Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and pick up the phone when you call, because you shouldn't be on hold so long that you memorize the music. That's simple human sense.
Ask Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne if auto owners make sense for you.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back in the All-American Stores broadcast booth, Jane and Fred here tonight's Tomorrow night, Toledo back in town, 7:30 start time, and then Sunday, Kalamazoo back here for the final time in the regular season. But who knows? We could see them down the road. We could see Toledo. We could see Indy. We could see Bloomington. We could see Cincinnati. Nobody knows. Face-off will be to the left of Nathan Day. Indy just with 3 shots on goal here in the second. As the puck is dropped here on the dot, comes up top of the blue line. Grima to the right side to Paquette, sends it off the end wall. And Matthew Capone has got it for the Comets. Trying to pass it ahead to Schmerich at center ice. It was blocked. Now back along the far side. Tied up along the wall. And back to the near boards. Indy with the puck. They'll slice it to the right side. Pass comes ahead. And now they'll come across the line. Shot. Nice save there by Day. As Joseph got loose. Back along the near boards. He is going to battle with Harrison Reese. And the Comets are going to come away with the loose puck. Josh Bloom out to center ice. Lost it. Picked up by Paquette. And he'll angle it into the Comet zone. Fuel will get a line change. And grabbing the puck is Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich behind the net. Sends it ahead. And Josh Bloom from the blue line. Coming across the line. It is Logan Nelson going to the net. And could not get a shot off. Back to the far side. Tried to go backhand to forehand. Couldn't get it done. And now the Fuel coming across the line, but they turn it over. Here's Nelson with a backhander, but that's gloved down at center ice. Laskowski will get it to the far side, and they'll come across the line. Up along the wall, but Dufour will take it away. Nice play there by Reese Harsh. Will feed it along the near side. Comets will chip it in. It's going to hit someone there in the Indy bench, and we will get a whistle.
Yeah, a good job being done tonight by Harsh and by Krebs. We've seen a couple of good ones. That play that was earlier in the period had Nathan Day down and puck rolling through the blue paint to the opposite post. Harsh went down on the ice and was able to get a leg on the puck and prevent the Indy player from getting a stick on it.
Fuel coming across the line. We'll go behind the net. In front, shot, and a save made by Day off the left leg. That was Mans with the try. Back up along the wall. We go down into the corner. It's tied up. Still tied up. And the Comets now get it away on the left side. Comets lifted out of there, coming out to center ice. Glove down by Cameron. He'll get it to Marquez, and he'll chop it into the Comet zone. And now Magera will snap one off here on the left side. Comets, get it to the blue line, but not out. But a second attempt by Magera will get it loose. On to the right side. Comets coming across the line. They'll take it off the end wall. That was Matt Miller just steamrolling Grima. And now we'll come out to center ice again with the Fuel with possession. They'll knock it off the end wall. They'll chase after it back along the far side. And now the Comets with a 2-on-1. We got Magera into tie-up coming across the line. Over, shot, save made, and the rebound is right there. Comets, here's a shot. It goes in, loose puck, and they could not get it past Weeks. Weeks had no idea where that puck was. Back to the near side, up along the wall. That scramble goes all the way down. Pavich trying to outmaneuver Petgrave, does not. And now taken away, Pavich with a shot and a save made, but a penalty is coming up. And this penalty was called by the referee. He was all the way down in the Comet end.
Yeah, he's going to call it on Pavich to say that he tripped his man.
And that's one thing that's I've always been fascinated with the two-referee system. When the referee who is 5 feet away doesn't call it, but the guy who's 100 feet away calls it.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what number was that?
But going back to that scramble.
And it's on to 4.
No, it was Pavich.
Of course, yeah. But they sent the 4 to the box.
Oh, yeah, that's 23 all day. What? Oh, okay. I'm not disputing the call, but obviously
they got the wrong guy. Well, that number's pretty hard to see from 200 feet away.
So, Dufour is going to get the credit for it. So, Ruoff Mortgage penalty kill. Here we go. Comets up by 1 here in the second. And a good start. The Comets will clean it up, and it goes down.
It's the only way they can keep DeFore from scoring.
It's getting him in the box.
There you go.
But the Comets, that actually turned into a 3-on-1 just moments ago. And Weeks somehow kept that out. As now the Fuel will carry it into the Comet zone. No, they won't. Harsh right there at the blue line. Snaps it back. Zins with the puck. Out to center ice. Angles it back. And the Fuel have it on the near side. Weiss across the line. No, they're not. Comets, good job stacking up at the blue line, and the Fuel can't enter the zone. Back they go. Zins sets up in front of Weeks. And now Lapede has it. 1:10 to go on the penalty to Dufour, I guess. And Petgrave with the puck. Petgrave sends it back. And out to center ice. And now they'll come across the line. We'll flip it into the Comet zone. Behind the net goes Lapede, but they're offside. So everyone peels off. They didn't play it. So the Comets here, well, there's Jalen Schmerich just putting that puck in his pocket, and he'll send it down the length of the ice.
Yeah, veteran move right there. Situational awareness, recognizing they can't come at it. Just kill clock.
And now Petgrave weaving his way through, drops it off. Laskowski coming across the line. Still 32 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Comets. Laskowski in the corner. Up to the far side it goes. Over to the right wing. Snap pass onto the far side. Inamoto trying to get there. Now it's cycled back along the near wall. Coming up top of the blue line. Out of the zone it goes. 16 seconds to go in the penalty kill for the Comets. And now it comes out to center ice. Jaden Joseph right side to Tucker. Tucker chips it off the glass. It goes down. 5 seconds to go on the kill. And the Comets have it with a lot of room on the right side. And here comes Dufour coming out of the box. Back to 5-on-5. And it is Sinclair trying to go down low to Dufour. Dufour on the right side, trying to put it in front of the net, but that was broken up. We got a minute to go in the period as the puck is going to be chipped up into the Indy bench with exactly 54.8 seconds to go here in the second.
Yeah, excellent kill by the Comets. Just preventing them from gaining inside the zone. Just stacking up with the blue line and interrupting all of their passes. Can't do it any better than that.
Face off will be to the right. It'll be to the right of Weeks.
Comets need one 5-on-5.
Here's McGarren in the drop, gets it to Dufour. Dufour in the high slot. Takes it, lost it, and back to the near side. No, it's intercepted by Mans. Mans will come across the line, gets past Dufour. Mans now trying to go to the net, send it wide. Back on the near side. Into the corner goes to Kirill Tatayev. He'll curl away. Tatayev at center ice. Kirill to the far side to Atkinson. Sends it towards the net, going to be tipped, and it gets out of play.
Well, one of the things the Comets are doing is using their speed. When they're coming up on the Indy players in the first period, they would get up to the Indy players and they get in too close and then they try to pass it. Now what they're doing is they're coming up, keeping the puck, making a move, getting around them, and when you do that, now you end up with odd man rushes going because that white jersey is out of the play and facing the other way.
Face off to the left of Weeks. 30 seconds to go in the period. And Logan Nelson gives it a kick. Murray trying to get to it. Goes back along the far side and into the corner. Capone lost it to Petgrave. Petgrave goes behind the net. Petgrave on the near side. 19 seconds left. It's going to go back on the near side. Comets. Harsh goes into the corner with it. Joseph with a shot and a save made by Day with 8.5 to go here in period number 2.
Now, important face-off. You don't want to give up something right here at the end of the period, obviously. So win this thing back, control the puck.
All right, face-off to the left of Day. 8.5 seconds to go. And it's going to be Sinclair taking the drop. Dufour will be his opponent. And the drop goes along the near side. Joe's Tucker with a shot. Missed it wide. Back on the far boards. 3 seconds left. Towards the net. Knocked down, and that'll do it. We're done with 40 minutes here at the Coliseum. And when the Comets have the lead after 2 periods, 31-2-4. So you gotta like that number, but it's just a one-goal game, which is what we expected here tonight.
Yep, but they played a better second period than they did the first period. So Comets are definitely starting to feel their game. They're starting to be able to create the space. And instead of playing Indy's game of grab and clutch along the boards, they're making the moves, getting around the guys, and creating the space to get in the score opportunities.
So now Petgrave is out there talking to our referee. And William Dufour is wondering, hey, how'd I get that trip when I was not in the vicinity? But anyway, the Comets survive it. And taking a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard being brought to you by Meyer. Bloomington up 2-1 on Iowa with 15 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the second. They're about an hour ahead of us out in Coralville. Again, the last time they will play hockey in Coralville, at least for the foreseeable future. Who knows, it may come back, it might not, but Iowa playing their last game here in the ECHL here tonight at home. They'll go on the road for Bloomington here this weekend. So we're going to take a break. We're going to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Intermission Show. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka, all famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies, with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community, part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
Fort Wayne Comet Hockey from the 96.3 XKE studio is powered by Indiana Tech's online classes. Indiana Tech, go for it. WXKE Churubusco is 96.3 XKE. Fort Wayne's classic rock.
Hey, have you thought about gifts for your clients this year?
I did, but I don't have time to buy and wrap and ship all those gifts.
That's why I love Poptique Popcorn. You can just send them the names of employees or clients you want to thank, and they handle everything. Packaging, putting your logos on, and shipping. It's so easy.
They handle everything?
Exactly. Your team and clients will love it. Delicious gourmet popcorn, beautifully packaged, and ready to impress.
Poptique Popcorn. Whether you're thanking customers for their business, celebrating employee birthdays, or recognizing work anniversaries, Poptique makes it easy. Send them a list, and they'll take care of the thank yous on a monthly basis. Visit PoptiquePopcorn.com to get started.
Hi, this is the Popcorn Colonel from Poptique Popcorn. My daughter started Poptique Popcorn, and I'm carrying on her dream. Stop by either of our 2 locations for free samples, Columbia City and downtown Fort Wayne. It's unique, Poptique Gourmet Popcorn. Check us out at PoptiquePopcorn.com.
Regular checkups and screenings are important to be healthy now and to stay well in the future. With same-day appointments and online scheduling, it's easy to make an appointment with Lutheran Health Physicians Primary Care. You can even see us from the comfort of your home with a telehealth visit. Make your appointment at LutheranHealthPhysicians.com and face your future with confidence. That's LutheranHealthPhysicians.com.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Goodwill Industries of Northeast Indiana is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey. Goodwill empowers and prepares people for independence through training, personal growth, and work. When you shop in a Goodwill store, you are helping people with barriers to employment find a good job in our community. Goodwill has 8 stores in Northeast Indiana, and you can also shop 24 hours a day on shopgoodwill.com/Fort Wayne. Goodwill Industries serving Northeast Indiana since 1937. Donations are accepted at all Goodwill locations.
At A&S Property Maintenance, they provide comprehensive care for your property all year round. Their expertise in residential and commercial lawn mowing is just the start. From lawn care, fertilizing, and tree trimming to spring and fall cleanups, they're here to enhance your outdoor space. In winter, rely on them for prompt snow removal and salting services. Licensed and insured, serving Fort Wayne and surrounding areas. Visit them at AANDSproperty.com.
You can count on Rich's Auto Center for all of your automotive needs. They are a AAA approved repair facility, and their ASE certified technicians are equipped to handle everything from preventative maintenance, engine repairs, brake services, heating and air, to tire services and more. Their Napa Auto Care Center backs you with a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Find them at richesautocenter.com. Give them a call at 260-747-8145 to schedule an appointment.
It's now time for the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back live in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean here tonight. We've got a 2-1 hockey game. Comets with the lead as we take a look at our game summary being brought to you by Three Rivers Electric. First, our shots on goal, 16-14 in favor of Indy here tonight. Comets got the first one of the game just 2:26 into the match. It was Austin McGarrett's 30th of the season from Dufour and Tatayev on a power play. And then Laskowski for Indy would tie it up at 7:25 to make it 1-1 at the end of the first period. In the second, just one goal scored, and it was William Dufour again. His 16th goal for the Comets in just 28 games, and that came at 3:32. And then McGarrett and Tatayev each picked up an assist on that, and those two guys keep going back and forth for the team lead in points, as Austin McGarrett, well, he now has 63, and Kirill Tatayev now has 65. So that line is certainly clicking. Comets 2 of 3 on the power play. Indy, they are 0 of 2, as Nathan Day has made 15 saves on 16 shots. Mitchell Weeks, 12 saves on 14 shots. And that is a look at the game summary. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
It's intermission time, so the expert therapists at Indiana Physical Therapy want to remind you to stretch. That's it. Get up and stretch. Stretch those legs, arms, shoulders, and neck. Stretching helps with daily physical activities, helps decrease your risk of injuries, and increases blood flow to your muscles. Take steps towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. And if you ever need physical therapy, Indiana Physical Therapy has over 19 locations to help get you back moving. No doctor's referral is needed. Just go to indianapt.com to schedule your visit today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Get the latest headlines in your inbox with the Comets newsletter from the Journal-Gazette. Coverage includes profiles, previews, analysis, and game highlights. Go to journalgazette.net/newsletter to sign up. Other newsletter topics include events, education, health, food, government, opinion, and daily headlines. And for a limited time, you can get full digital access to the Journal-Gazette for as low as $2.78 a week or $12.99 a month. Get top-line Comets coverage from the Journal-Gazette.
Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in providing hand protection for everyone. Every day, every job, every season. Their product line includes a full range of performance leathers, utility, grippers, and line gloves, as well as a large assortment of garden gloves and accessories. Don't forget about the kids. Midwest Gloves and Gear partners with the top licenses to provide a full line of gloves and gear for the garden and also for cold weather. They've got Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, and PJ Masks. When you need hand protection, think Midwest Gloves and Gear. Chillicothe, Missouri. Every day, every job, every season for over 60 years.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn if Auto Owners make sense for you.
And now, back to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back live in the All-American Stores broadcast booth. Shane Alberani and Fred Bean with you here tonight. It has been another close game with the Indy Fuel. We'd expect nothing less with these guys because they are fighting for a playoff spot right now. They are in, but that could change by the end of the night. So 2-1 is our score. We have got a new episode of the Comets podcast being brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance, and it is with Comet goaltender Nathan Day, who is starting tonight's game. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk to Nathan Day from this week's episode of the Comets podcast. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Comets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com.
When injury strikes, turn to Parkview Ortho Express. We specialize in treating sports-related injuries, so you can count on high-quality urgent care for sprains, breaks, tears, joint pain, and more. With locations in Fort Wayne and Huntington, we make it easy to get quick and reliable orthopedic care. No referral or appointment necessary. Call 260-266-4007 or visit parkview.com/orthoexpress.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Comets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
At Elmo's, they offer fresh, made-for-you pizza, subs, wings, salads, and more. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Be sure to try a premium breakfast pizza loaded with sausage gravy, scrambled eggs, and mozzarella cheese. Serving the Comets fan community for 100 years with ice-cold fountain drinks, the freshest coffee, and fantastic food featuring Elmo's Pizza and subs. Why go anywhere else? With food this good, you won't believe you're at a gas station. Lasses, since 1925, we are your hometown convenience store.
And now, back to the Three Rivers Federal Credit Union Comets Intermission Show on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Are you enjoying this weather? I have a nasty headache as we do this.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's because of this.
I'm not too big on the heat, but I mean, it's been nice. It's a nice little change from the winter for sure with all the snow and everything, but I don't mind it.
So, all right, man, we got to get into this, man, because I wanted to basically wait a whole year before I talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, so you get the whole kind of experience of being a pro. But when you got here, I mean, take me through what happened, because you literally, who's this guy? And here you are, you're thrown in the fire. I mean, crazy, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a quick turnaround. I know we just got eliminated in the OHL playoffs. We got eliminated by Kitchener, and I found out shortly right after the game that I was signing with Edmonton and that I was going to be making my pro debut 2 days later. So it was a real quick turnaround. So I remember just getting back, trying to pack as much as I can, and the next morning was exit interviews with our coach and Flint, and then I was on the road later that day down in Fort Wayne to the hotel, and then made my start the next day. It was a 5 o'clock game on Sunday against Cincinnati, and I mean, it was
a shutout too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the shutout too. So I mean, it was couldn't ask for a better way to start my pro career.
Yeah, but I mean, 48 hours. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, so did you know, like were you talking to Edmonton? You knew this was going to happen. You know, this was a done deal. Like, you knew once you were eliminated, you were coming
somewhere?
I mean, it was actually, I wasn't really too sure. I mean, I know there was a chance I could sign, but I obviously knew at the same time, there was also the possibility I might not end up signing.
Yeah.
So I actually had no clue, but I actually found out from my coach afterwards, and I went down a couple of weeks back and watched the Flint game, and talked to my coach and whatnot, and he was actually saying he knew, I think, a day or two before the game got eliminated, so they actually knew, but I had no clue. So I mean, I wasn't really focused on it. We were in the middle of playoffs. We were putting up a good fight against Kitchener, so I was kind of worried about that. But I knew in the back of my head, really hoping, down the stretch here, sign at some point, whether it's after playoffs or at some point during. And we got eliminated, and I actually didn't know my agent was there. He ended up texting me that he's right outside of the room. So I was like, okay, because he was there one of the earlier games in Kitchener too. So I was like, okay, just go see him. He was watching the game, and then he broke the news, and I was just kind of starstruck. I was like, wow, I almost didn't even know what to say. I was just I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe it, just because the emotions of being eliminated in playoffs, and it's like, oh man, season's over. It's heartbreaking.
Well, and then your junior career's over. It's well, that's like, oh man, I have to be an adult now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still had the opportunity for my overage year this year.
Okay.
But it's like the season's over. Got eliminated. It's heartbreaking, and I mean. And then I went to go see him, and then he kind of broke the news. So it's like just a bunch of emotions all in one, the heartbreak, sadness of being eliminated. And it's like now I'm just signing my first NHL contract, dream come true. So now it's oh my gosh. So my head was just in a big whirlwind, and it's and then he also said I was going to be making my pro debut. So then I got the nerves going too. I was like, oh my gosh. So it was crazy.
But what was the difference? I mean, you were just playing juniors 2 days before, and now you're in a pro game.
Yeah. So I mean, the group we had last year before we, they were unbelievable. I mean,
they were a fun bunch.
Such a cool group of guys. I mean, they made it really easy getting there. So I mean, I had a little bit of time, to kind of get ready, focus, prepare, and then obviously, what a special group of guys we had that year too. For playoffs too, so I mean they made my job a lot easier. They kept a lot of shots to the outside. It wasn't too taxing, but it was good. I mean, it was a good first little taste of pro.
Yeah, and then you get thrown right in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, dude, you won a Game 7. I mean, I'm still marvel at that. I mean, it was like, all right, well, we've had these two guys all year, and then here comes this guy.
Dave from episode 131 of the Comets podcast. Just go to Komets.com, click on Fan Zone. You can get that episode right there. We'll be back. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Hey y'all, this is singer-songwriter Riley Green, and my idea of a good time is grabbing a guitar, a few good friends, and some cold and smooth Busch Lights. Pick up a case of your own this weekend. No guitar needed.
Busch. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey y'all, this is singer-songwriter Riley Green, and my idea of a good time is grabbing a guitar, a few good friends, and some cold and smooth Busch Lights. Pick up a case of your own this weekend. No guitar needed.
Busch. Enjoy responsibly. 2024 Anheuser-Busch Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Discover North Star Mortgage, where education meets excellence in mortgage financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned real estate investor, it's crucial to have a reliable mortgage team on your side. Their commitment to excellent communication and accessibility ensures you're never alone in the process. Experience a faster, easier, and more affordable journey home with North Star Mortgage. Call or text Rich Galbraith at 705-6952 to get started today.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Third period set to get underway. It's our first Source Bank first puck drop Big hitter going, 20 minutes up on the scoreboard. Komets up 2-1. And here is Jalen Schmerich. He'll creep it into the Indy zone. It's going to go all the way down there. Weeks will play it around. We go to the near side. It comes up along the wall. And the Fuel will get it into the Komet zone. To the far boards, up along the wall. Chopped at. Schmerich gets a piece fit. He muscles it along the left side. And now he throws it down the length of the ice. Racing after it is Stonehouse. Stonehouse on the near side, goes into the corner, popped up along the wall. Here's Paquette. He stretches it to the right side to the Paulo. He'll come across the line here, hands it off to Joseph, who goes in the corner. Joseph goes behind the net, centers it, nobody home. Komets will pick it up, and here we go. Right side. Capone, little toe drag in front. Oh, Cameron just got a piece of that. Here we go. Shot, save made. That was Tatayev in front. Another backhander. That goes wide off the stick of Murray. Back to Cameron on the far side. Coming up along the wall. Capone into the corner. Now Murray trying to get to it. Now it's going to be sent all the way back into the Komet zone. And this will be an icing on Indy. So the Komets coming out strong here. That was Kirill Tatayev with a big-time blast right on the mask of Weeks.
Well, one of the things we've seen this past weekend, Shane, absolutely no hesitation from the Komets to breaking the puck to the net. Every time you get an opportunity with the puck on the stick, they're not thinking like they were earlier in the season and trying to be cute with it. They're coming right into the net and getting good scoring opportunities.
Face off to the right of Mitchell Weeks, who is adjusting his gear after that smash from Kirill Tatayev. Tatayev with 2 assists tonight. Kirill now has 45 on the season. And the face-off. Komets win it. Got to come up top here. And sent around into the near side corner. Here's McGarrett going down low. Now back below the goal line for Cameron. He'll dart it over to Petgrave on the left side. Back along the near boards. Komets shovel it along the near side and knocked back into Komet territory as Inamoto has got it. Back to the far side. Inamoto now coming right down the middle of the ice. Right side, McGarrett gives it a tap. And it goes into the Indy zone. Cameron up along the near boards. Komets shovel it around. Mans will give it a tap. And all the way back into the Komet end goes Inamoto. Inamoto behind the net to the far side. Here's Atkinson. He'll get it over to Inamoto on the right wing. He'll take it up along the near side. Goes off the stick of Logan Nelson. He gives it away. And now back into the Komet end. Here's Atkinson behind the net. Pass along the far side, up along the wall, and back into the corner. Pavich after it. And now swung up top of the blue line. Here's a drive that goes wide of Day. Back to the far side, up along the wall. Nelson chops at it, can't get rid of it, right in front of the net. Now back below the goal line. Komets Inamoto down there. Inamoto pinned up against the end wall. And it is still tied up behind the net. Inamoto not moving his feet. He has got that puck glued to him. And Inamoto still hanging on to it. Now it's going to pop loose. And the Komets have got it. It's Inamoto. What do you know? Pass ahead off the stick. Intended for Janicki. Now back along the far side. Komets pick it back up. And we'll get it out to center ice. Indy looking to get on sides here, and they will. Left side, Laskowski trying to get around Inamoto. Inamoto lost it. Now Laskowski back to the far side. A shot whipped it wide. It's going to come up to the blue line. Petgrave will keep it in. He goes along the near side. Left side, Laskowski with a drive and a save made by Day. I don't think he ever saw that. That just hit him. And it goes along the far side. Komets collect it. Murray coming across the line. Petgrave poke checks it away from him. And the Fuel will get it back. 2-1 Komets here in the third. Goes off the glass here in the Komet zone. And that got the, or call that icing on Indy. So that will lead us back down into the Indy zone. Tonight's game being brought to you by Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed pizza. Crispy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside. Finished with a garlic Parmesan seasoning. Get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. Order now for delivery or carry-out.
A couple of smart plays by the defense. Atkinson on that puck that went all the way around the boards, not recognizing he wasn't going to get to it in time. Focused on the man, took him out.
Shots by Capone off the drop, blocked. And now gets out of the zone. Here's Krebs. Right side back to Capone coming across the line. He'll feather it into the Indy zone. Goes down along the near side. Petgrave tried stopping it. Capone back up along the wall. Stopped it. Goes back behind the net. Petgrave will move it to Laskowski on the right side. Shovels it forward. Komets will stop it. Stonehouse kicks it back. Harsh in the slot. A shot. Block. Rebound. Oh, we could not get a stick on it. Back the other way come the Fuel out to center ice. Tatayev, good job getting back. And a penalty is called. And it's on the Komets.
They're going to call Tatayev for a hook. He was coming back and trying to back check and get a hold of the puck carrier and break him up. And he ended up lifting his stick up, but he got a little bit of a stick around his waist and made the call.
All right, so it's a Ruoff Mortgage penalty kill. Komets have killed off 2 here tonight. And the Komets clinging to the 2-1 lead here in the third. Tatayev in the box.
I'll finish my thought on the 2 defensive plays. The first one was Atkinson's. The second one was Inamoto. Komets were running around on their end, and he was able to recognize that he needed to just slow things down and held the puck out behind the back of the net for a long time. And then the Komets able to get it out, but now they got to make the kill.
Here's Jalen Schmerich with a lot of room. He'll chuck it all the way down, and Weeks will play it off the end wall. We have got Indy with the puck and a power play. Zins coming down the middle of the ice. It's a Ruoff Mortgage penalty kill here for the Komets as we come across the line. Komets snag it. Oh, in front, they score. It was put right in front of the nets, and Indy has now tied it up.
Well, he ended up having Stonehouse in the middle of the ice, trying to get free, and his opponent grabbed him and held him and spun him around, and he was looking for the penalty. No call on it, and the puck ended up getting tipped off of Stonehouse and went all the way to the far side. They brought it in and got the guy in the back door. Easy goal.
Weiss will get the goal, and we're tied at 2. Bloomington is now up 3-1 on Iowa in the second period, as we're tied here at the Coliseum. All right, we got Indy with the puck coming out to center ice. They'll flip it into the Comet zone. It goes down into the corner off the end wall. Krebs trying to get to it. And now back to the far side. Marquessen in the corner. Marquessen trying to get away. Hands it off to Mann. Sends it through the blue paint. Now on the right side. Komets will collect it. We'll get it out to center ice. Back to the far side. Skips over a stick. Bloom fighting for it. It goes back to Harsh. Harsh will come across the line. He'll fling it over. Here's a shot, and Weeks the save off the blocker. That was Bloom with the try. Back along the near side. Harsh rips it up along the near boards. Trying to go down to McGarrah. In front, 2-4. And it's chopped right to Weeks, and he'll cover it up.
Nice play by Harsh on that one. Puck was bouncing around. Everybody was kind of out of sorts with it. And he took the puck from the center ice and just carried it over the zone. Able to get some offense going and keep things out of harm's way in our defensive zone.
That power play goal by Indy snapped a streak of 18 straight kills for the Komets. So we're knotted up at 2. Face off to the left of Weeks.
Now, Komets have yet to score 5-on-5. They got to break that right now.
Here's Dufour in the face-off. That is Logan Nelson. Can't win it. And now we go to the right side. Pass comes out to center ice. And they'll come across the line here. Shot, save made, and steered it out of there was Atkinson. Back along the far side. Another drive block. Man in front, another block. And the Komets now try and break it out. We get it out to center ice, and here we go. Coming across the line. Pavic, a shot, and it's going to be deflected out of play. But very lucky were the Komets there, as that was Jaden Joseph almost putting the Fuel on top.
Somebody lost a mitt behind the net. Let's see if they pick that up. But yeah, those were 2 quick shots. They were in close. They were good scoring opportunities, good green shots. And Day was up to the challenge.
Face off to the right of Weeks. All right, Blake Murray will take the face off. Grab by Zins for Indy. And back over to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich backs up. He'll get it to Reese on the right side. Off of skates. And left side. Now Capone will come across the line with Blake Murray. Sends it below the goal line. Sins will go to the far side. Laskowski gets it out to the center line where it's grabbed by Murray. And Murray goes off the skate of Capone. Now it's picked up by Harrison Reese. He'll fling it in. It's going to be sent up along the far side. Going to come to the blue line over the stick of Capone. But Reese is right there to knock it right back into the Indy zone. And the Fuel with the puck. Out to center ice. Off the stick of Reese. Comets stop it there at the center line and back into the Indy zone. Fuel send it forward. Going to be tipped all the way down. And Reese goes behind the net. He'll backhand it along the far side. Skips along the wall. Comets try and break it out. Here's Dufour out at center ice. Dufour got a stick lifted there by Lapide. And now it comes along the left side. Defoe will backhand it into the Comet zone as Krebs has got it. Krebs behind the net. Lapide quickly collapses on him, gets it over to Dufour now on the right side. It's Magera coming across the line. Magera in front, harsh shot, save made by Weeks. Can he hang on to it? Yes, he was leaning back, and his momentum was going to carry him right into the net, but somehow he was able to stop himself as Harsh almost put the Comets back on top.
Yeah, I love to see a defenseman rush like that right through the slot. Coming in on Weeks with a nice shot. And then, like I said, a little bit of a bobble on the rebound. Got it underneath his pads and tied it up.
We got a timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
Are you ready for the winning smile of a Comets fan? Look no further than the official team dentist of the Fort Wayne Comets, Harrison Dental Group. With 4 locations across the city and accepting most insurance for your convenience, your smile is their goal. Their team of skilled doctors can handle most dental issues right in-house, ensuring your comfort and peace of mind. For appointments, visit harrisondentalgroup.com or call 260-747-4747. Don't trust just anyone with your smile. Trust the professionals who keep the Comets in top form. Harrison Dental Group.
Let's talk employee benefits. Should we use an HMO, a POS, or a PPO? If we get an HDHP, we could add an HSA or maybe even an FSA or HRA.
Choosing your company's health coverage can be complicated. When you have questions, there's only 3 letters you need to know: PHP. We can help you make sense of your options and all the acronyms. For local service, customized coverage, and the region's largest provider network, visit partnerwithphp.com.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Back at the All-American Stores broadcast booth. We're tied at 2. 12:46 to go here in the third. And here's Logan Nelson in the faceoff. Prima will knock it away for the Fuel. We'll get it out to the far side. Stonehouse up along the wall. And now the Fuel will get it back. Pass ahead, goes right back into the Comet zone. It goes down behind the net. Here's Krebs on the near side. Peels it up along the near side. The Comets try and break it out. It's Nelson. He'll flip it down off the end wall. Goes down the corner. And it's rimmed along the far side. Stonehouse along the wall. Matt Miller down there for the Comets. Up along the wall. Working with Mans. And it's locked up along the far side. Miller gets it free, trying to get it to the point, but it's going to be chopped out of there by Marquessen, and it goes down to the Comet end. This will be an icing on Indy. So that's an Auto Owners Insurance icing call. And we'll go back down into the Indy zone as tonight's game being brought to you by Peerless Cleaners. Peerless Cleaners is the official cleaning service of your Fort Wayne Comets. They offer free home and office delivery in select areas of Fort Wayne. The same price as the store, but delivered to your door. Visit Peerless Cleaners online to learn more. Face off to the right of the goaltender Mitchell Weeks. Comets win the drop. Minamoto from the blue line sends it in, knocked away. Now below the goal line, it's Tatayev. Tatayev in the corner. Capone in there as well, trying to work it loose. Goes behind the net. And the pass comes out to center ice. Left wing. Flipped into the Comet zone. It's going to go down to Nathan Day. He will stop the puck. And he'll thread it to the far side. Now back on the right wing. Comets now bring it all the way down below the goal line. Flip back on the near side, and here is Capone trying to go to Tatayev. Out of the zone, back on the left wing. And now here's a shot. Save made, the rebound, and they score.
Well, once again, the Comets are just getting tied up at the blue line and left with nothing but doing a dump and run, and they're not winning the battles down low. That allowed Indy to break out of the zone, coming in on the goaltender and be able to score again. They got outnumbered out there.
Coyne took the initial shot, and now Indy takes the lead at 3-2. So we got 11:19 to go here in the third, and we're out to center ice. And the Fuel will bring it into the Comet zone. It goes off the end wall. There's Schmerich behind the net. And let's see if this is going to go for an icing. It will. Well, tomorrow night, Comets have got Toledo in the building. Where we're going to sit as far as the division championship, well, we got 11 minutes and 7 seconds to kind of help that along. The Comets' magic number is 3. But we can do ourselves a lot of good by winning this one here tonight. Face-off will be to the right of Day. Remember, Toledo, they've got the tiebreaker against the Comets, so it's just not good enough to tie them in points. We got to win it cleanly. As the puck goes behind the net, here is Jalen Schmerich with the puck. Pass ahead, goes off the stick of Dufour, and all the way down off the end wall. Weeks will get it into the corner. Up along the near side, and Tucker lost it back the near side. Comets put it out in front, can't get a stick on it. It's cleaned up by Tucker on the left side for the Fuel. He'll bring it in across the line. Man in front. Oh, the Comets almost knocked that in themselves. That was Jalen Schmerich. And now the Comets get it out of the zone, back along the near boards. And now pop to the far side. Here's Schmerich up along the wall. Jalen, pass along the near side. Off the stick of Dufour and back into the Indy zone. On the left wing, pass comes ahead. And now it goes down off the end wall. Grabbing it is Drew Krebs. Krebs behind the net. Feeds it forward. Missed his man. Back along the far side. That was Sinclair, the intended target. Comets get it back over. Pavich will backhand it to the near side. Here is Harsh on the near boards. Coming back along the wall. Harsh on the near side. It's tangled up in the corner. Halfway done here in the third. Comets down by a goal. And now Weiss will get it to the near side. Picked up by Sinclair as he rips it back into the Indy zone. Into the corner goes Janicki. Janicki behind the net. It's tied up behind the Indy net. Weeks looks over his left shoulder as the pile finally moves, and it goes to the near side. Up along the wall, bounces up top. Save made by Harsh. Harsh will knock it around. No, it's going to be stopped off the boards. Comets offside here, and it goes back into the Indy zone. Fuel with the puck to the left side. Petgrave from his own blue line sends it down. This will be an icing. No, it's going to go to the far side as Indy will play it first. Back behind the net. It's Martin to the blue line. Coyne with a shot. It's blocked. Back along the near side. Mann's in the corner, trying to get away from Logan Nelson. Now top of the circle. Mann's a shot. Save made. The rebound picked up by Logan Nelson. And Nelson on the right side passes it ahead. And we got a race for the puck. Weeks is going to play it, so this will negate the icing. Weeks scoots it to the far side. Up top to the blue line. Now back to the far side, and now they'll be offside here with 8:42 to go in the third.
Well, this is one of those games, who wants it more? And right now you're getting, Indy's got the push. They got a little bit of momentum. They've got a 1-goal lead. And they're gonna continue to play tough on defense and continue to take some risky chances, and less so as that clock starts to tick down. So Comets have got to figure out how they can get into the zone cleanly and not play dump and run.
And we'll take a break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE. Can play one here.
With Marathon Rewards, you can save up to $1 a gallon, and you'll earn every time you refuel. So when you stop in to fill up your tank, you're also banking rewards at the same time. It's a little move we like to call the Tank and Bank. And to be frank, joining Marathon Rewards couldn't be more straightforward. I guess now that makes it a frank Tank and Bank situation. Sign up online, from our app, and even at the pump. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
8:42 to go here in the third. Comets have won 3 in a row and still trying to chip away and possibly getting that first overall seed in the Central. But we need 3 points in the final 3 games. But right now we're down by a goal. 8:42 to go in the third. Here is the drop in the neutral zone. And the puck goes back into the Indy zone. They'll pop it up along the wall and back into the Comet end. Back to the right side. Comets get it free. Atkinson on the right side. Capone gets bumped from behind. Picked back up by the Fuel. And right back into the Comet zone. This will be an icing. So 8:21 left. Face-off coming up in the Indy zone. And we got to take advantage of these face-offs here in offensive territory.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. They got to win these face-offs while they're in the offensive zone to set something up, because they're having a heck of a time getting through the layers that Indy's putting up, and just being forced into a dump and run hockey, and that's not working out for them because they're not winning the battles when they get in there.
Face-off to the right of Weeks. Blake Murray to take the face-off. And we go along the far side. Stonehouse tries to get it to the point, but can't get it to Schmerich. And now back into the Comet zone. Here's Bloom to the far side. Pass goes to Jalen. Jalen back in his own territory. We'll go on the right side to Capone. Capone coming across the line. Tripped up as he got to the blue line. Now he's tackled. A shot that goes wide. Capone trying to get back up on his feet as the puck goes out to center ice. Schmerich will get everybody back on sides. He'll flip it in. Goes into the near side corner, slapped around, back to the far side. Schmerich steps up, lets it go. Capone will slide across. It goes back to Jalen. Now down low to Bloom. Bloom on the near side. Up top it goes to Harrison Reese. Reese over to Schmerich. Schmerich top of the circle. Shot. Weeks the save, and he'll hang on to it. And now we get some punching in front of the net. It's Capone and Jaden Joseph, and they wrestle each other down to the ice. And if you want to learn to fight like the pros, go to Unity Martial Arts on Stillhorn Road. Let's see if anything happens here as Capone still down on the ice as Joseph on top of him.
Joseph started it off with a punching on Capone's head. And that's just mushroomed, and the two of them went down together. But
now Capone going to the box. I think Joseph will go as well. So, well, this will open things up a little bit. So we got 4-on-4 hockey coming up. Yes, tonight's game being brought to you by Big C Lumber. The Comets are partnered with Big C Lumber to give fans a chance to take home the ultimate souvenir. Sign up for the Lucky Lumber Contest on Comets.com for your chance to win a game-used stick. Visit the fan experiences section to sign up for the Lucky Lumber Contest, courtesy of Big C Lumber.
Yeah, fortunately they didn't call 5 for fighting and stay 5-on-5. Now we got 4-on-4, like you said. We got some more space, so let's take advantage of the space.
There's the drop out to center ice. Inamoto will move it to the right side. It's going to get out of the zone. And now Atkinson will go to the far wing to Inamoto. Back it goes, 2-4. The far side to Inamoto. He'll come across the line. Oh, it stopped. And now on the right side, Indy coming across the line here, 4-on-4. Atkinson quickly gets back. Tucker gives it up. And now it's Dufour on the right side. Dufour coming across the line, trying to cut to the middle of the ice. He'll go to the right side with it, and over is Atkinson. Atkinson in the corner. Atkinson gets tangled up top of the blue line. Inamoto couldn't stop it. He was right there in the slot and couldn't hang on to it. And now the Comets got to get back on sides here with 6:48 to go in the third period. Comets down by a goal. And now this one's going to get chipped, and it's going to go into the seats.
Yeah, right idea. Playing it back to Inamoto. He was set up perfectly. It was just a little bit too far out of his reach and couldn't collect it and keep it inside the zone.
Face-off will be outside of the Indy line. And we have got Josh Bloom to take this face-off. And it goes back into the Indy zone. Bloom quickly on top of Zins, almost ripped it away from him. As now a coin goes behind the net. Still 4-on-4 for another 58 seconds. Puck goes along the near side and into the Comet zone. Here's Tatayev, and offside will be the call on the Comets. Or excuse me, on Indy. So we'll put the face-off back outside the Comet zone. Update from Coralville. It's still Bloomington 3, Iowa 1. Face off just outside the Comet line. And the drop. Fuel win it. And they'll come across the line with it. Nope. Martin's just going to take it out of the zone. Still 4-on-4 for another 42 seconds.
Yeah, that's the difference with playing with the lead. Otherwise, they would have turned and gone right to the net with that if they were down by a goal. So they're playing smart situation hockey.
Indy gets whistled for offside quickly. So the face-off will be outside of the Comet line again. Far side face-off dot. Comets in Toledo tomorrow night, 7:30, back here at the Coliseum. And then Sunday against Kalamazoo. And the drop. We go to the far side. Krebs up along the wall. Comets with 19 shots tonight. And Indy with 21 as the puck goes into the Comet zone. Still 25 seconds to go on this 4-on-4. And here's Schmerich. Skates in front of Day. Here's to his right. Nothing there. Now he looks around. And now he will hand it off to Bloom. Bloom looking to come across the line. Bloom on the near boards. To Schmerich. Lost the handle. Back on the near side to Logan Nelson. Logan Nelson now. Man out of the box. Cutting to the net. Here we go. Shot and a save made by Weeks. Great job by Logan Nelson creating some room for himself. Comes up to the blue line. Off the stick of Logan Nelson in the corner. Tries to center it. Rolls ahead. Here's McGarrett with a shot. Save made by Weeks. Back along the far side. And out of the zone. And now into Comet territory it goes. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. We're back to 5-on-5. Comets down by a goal. Back into Comets with it. Right in front of the net. It's Tatayev. Shot. He scores. Kirill Tatayev has tied it.
Well, Kirill just continued to move forward. He didn't have a lot of room and was trying to just stay focused on the puck. Got around his defenseman, and the puck was literally on the other side of his leg, and he was able to just crack at it. And a goal scorer's touch, it finds the twine.
And the Comets just go into the nets, and Kirill Tatayev has got himself a 3-point night. And we're knotted up at 3. And Tatayev just out working, just got the puck, flipped it towards Weeks, over the shoulder, and we're tied at 3. Under 5 to go here in the third. To the left side we go. The puck goes down to the Comet end. Cycle to the far side, comes up along the wall, goes in the corner. And back behind the net here in the Comet zone. Here is Reese Harsh to the far side. Harsh up along the wall. Right side, hits his man. That's Sinclair coming across the line. Sinclair in the corner. Sinclair trying to get away from Cameron. Up top to the blue line. Here's Krebs. Shot goes off the end wall. Picked up by Stonehouse. Near side, Miller working for it. Sinclair trying to lock it up. Comes up top. Here we go. Shot blocked. Back to the far side. Stonehouse along the wall. Cycles it around to Matt Miller. Miller on the near boards. Miller up top, Harsh with a lane. A shot goes wide, back to the far side. Picked back up by Reese to the blue line. Stonehouse cycles it in. Comets try to get a line change. And now behind the net. Pass comes ahead. And it's Weiss with the puck. Tied at 3 here at the Coliseum. Pass ahead out to center ice. Back it goes. This will be an icing. Yep, on the fuel. 3:49 to go here in the third, and the Comets have tied it up. Remember, on Sunday, we got the end-of-season awards, and one award we'll hand out is Team MVP, and it's going to be a tough vote, folks. It's voted on by the team. Austin McGarrett will get votes, Kirill Tatayev, Sam Janssen, even Jalen Schmerich. So That'll be a fun one on Sunday, so stick around after the game on Sunday for the end-of-season player awards. As the Fuel coming across the line. Dangle, shot, save made by Day. Back into the corner. And back along the near side, into the near boards. There's another shot, save made by Day. Back to the far side. Sykes goes behind the net for Inamoto. Inamoto takes it up along the wall. Back to the near side. Capone tangles up with his man. Atkinson will get it free. He'll go to the right side to Murray. His pass blocked back along the near side. Now deep into Indy territory. Weeks thought about playing it, but he's going to let it go to a coin back along the far side. Komets glove it down, and now out to center ice. Komets flip it back into Indy territory. Behind the net, 3 minutes to go here, tied at 3. Magera takes it away from Zins. Dufour, near side. Dufour in front. Oh, he tried to get to Tayev with it. Just missed it, and now it's going to go back to the near side. Komets will take care of it. Harsh hustles on over, sends it down into the Indy zone. Goes back in the corner. Back to the far side to Tayev. Up along the far side. Komets cycle it back to the near wing. And coming up top to Harsh on the near side. Goes back into the corner. Here's Magera. Magera going to take it out of the zone. Gave it away. Far side. Joseph on the far boards. Magera gets back nicely. Back along the wall. Loose puck. Krebs gets to it. Now the Komets will get it out of there. And the Fuel will reclaim it. Left side will come across the line here. And now coming in. A shot blocked. Back along the near side. Komets have got it. Will come out to center ice. To the far side. Komets up along the wall. We'll flip it down to Weeks. He'll play it under 2 to go. Weeks misplayed it in front. Here we go, and we could not get a stick on it. Weeks got back, but his defenseman bailed him out. Misplayed that one, and the puck comes out of the zone. Here is Harrison Reese over to Schmerich. Schmerich on the far side. He'll get it to Harrison Reese on the right wing. Over to the far side. 1:35 to play. Fuel get it across the line, but there's Jalen Schmerich up along the wall. Schmerich and Mans, they duel up along the wall, goes down to the corner. Janicki trying to get to it. He'll muscle it around. We got a race for the puck on the near side. Komets get it out of the zone. Sinclair out to center ice. Sinclair back to the far side. Sinclair goes into the corner. The rookie goes behind the nets. Sends it along the near side, and the Fuel get it free. To the near boards, off the wall. And it's tipped into Indy territory, into the bench. And I think everybody needs a breather.
Well, the Komets will keep coming like a jackhammer on them. Just shift after shift after shift, trying to put the pressure in on that. And almost a critical mistake by Weeks. Komets seeing an opportunity. I think it was Stonehouse went behind the net to collect that puck and get it out front. And like I said, defenseman bailed him out.
Shots are even up at 22 here tonight. And the faceoff will be at center ice with 1:05 to go in the third. And the drop goes on the near side to Harsh. Rims it around, and Weeks comes out and plays it again. Behind the nets to Defoe to the far side. It'll bounce out of the zone. Harsh will grab it. Tucker at the Comet blue line. Gets it across the line. They'll go into the corner. Here's a shot by Lapide. It's whipped up top. Petgrave towards the net. Knocked down. Back along the near side into the corner. And up along the wall. Petgrave steps up. Shot. Save right into the mitts of Nathan Day. And he'll get a whistle with 36.5 seconds to go.
Well, shot coming from the point. We saw that cause a lot of trouble against Johnson the other night. So nothing taken for granted. A little bit of traffic in front. Nathan Day able to pick it up and catch it. So another very important face-off. Sinclair to take it.
So Sinclair, the rookie, in there with Jaden Joseph to the right of Nathan Day. And the drop goes right to Reese Harsh. He'll look up. He'll sky it. Comes to the blue line. Out of the zone. Now it's chipped back into the Comet end with 28 seconds to go. Day will play it to the far side. We'll move it along the wall. Out of the zone. Fuel get it back. And now left side. It's going to go into the corner. Back behind the net. Day tries slowing it up. Goes to the far side. Back below the goal line. Krebs to the far side to Murray. Murray along the wall, trying to get it out. 9 seconds. Murray just trying to keep it up along the wall. 5 seconds. Murray still has it. 4 seconds. Moving the pile. 1 second, and we're going to extras. Big surprise. So the Comets get a point. So the magic number to clinch the Central Division is now 2, as we're going to Treadway Pools plus time for the, I don't know how many times, the 20th time this season, Fred.
Too many.
Crazy. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back with 3-on-3 hockey. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Jacob Insurance Services in Angola if auto owners make sense for you.
And now, back to the Auto Owners Insurance Comet Hockey broadcast on 96.3 XKE, Fort Wayne's Classic Rock.
Comets magic number now 2 to clinch the Central Division. But Indy, they get a critical point. So it doesn't depend what the outcome is here, as Indy 77 points. If Bloomington holds serve against Iowa, they will be in a tie for 3rd place. But Indy could get the extra one too, and they could take sole possession of 3rd place. So here we go, Comets. 7-10-2 in overtime. Indy, this is their 20th time in overtime, and they are 3-9-6-1.
Well, the extra room and should favor the Comets. Should be the operative word.
All right, face off at center ice. Austin Magera will take the drop to get us going. We've got Bloom out there and Reese as well. All right, Magera leans in. Now Lapide's going to get kicked out. And Magera successfully lobbies for that. And the drop goes back into the Comet zone. Here's Harrison Reese with it. Reese to the right side. Reese will come across the Indy line to the far side. Throws it out to the blue line. Nobody there for the Comets, but that's okay. Magera will find it. Magera will find Josh Bloom. Bloom back in his own territory. And Bloom on the left side, coming across the line. Bloom on the far boards. He'll throw it in the corner. Magera goes down there. Magera behind the net to the far side, up along the wall. Magera to the blue line. He doesn't like what he sees. He'll just take it out of there. And Magera now coming across the line. Magera, stick handle, sends it back. Here's Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich on the far side. Schmerich now on the left side. Nothing there. And Schmerich, again, he will take it out of the zone. And now sends it to the far side to Bloom. Bloom trying to go back down low to Jalen. Jalen has it up along the wall. And Schmerich goes in the corner to Bloom. Bloom in the high slot. Or that's to Tayev. Now here is Dufour with the puck. He will take it out of the zone. Dufour is going to give it to Jalen Schmerich to the far side. Jalen splits the D. Gets across the line. Trying to go to the net. Sends it backwards left side. The puck was tipped, but the Comets still have it. And Indy has yet to touch the puck here in overtime. Comets coming across the line. Dufour. No, he won't. Missed it. He's going to go back into his own territory. Gives it back. And now Dufour has it again. Right in front of Nathan Day. Dufour, left side. He'll find Krebs. Now he hands it off to Kirill. Kirill coming across the line. Hands it off to Krebs. Krebs to Dufour with a lane over. Shot save made by Weeks, and he'll hang on to it. Beautiful play by the Comets. Opened up a huge gap for Dufour, and Weeks with a big stop.
Yeah, and that was a set play that they did. They didn't just happenstance into that. And just setting up the hot hand, and with Dufour coming in, taking a shot. Nice save by Weeks on it, but that's the way to set it up.
Face off to the left of Mitchell Weeks. And here is Murray in the face-off. Tied at 3 here in overtime. Goes right to Weeks, gives it a tap. And now the Fuel with the puck. They'll feed it forward. Tucker trying to hit Zins, just goes over his stick. And now it goes into the corner. Zins to the far side. Works it down, Tucker. And Capone, they battle up along the wall. Comes up top to Zins. Zins back along the far side. Now back up along the wall, and we got Krebs without a stick. Komets knock it aside, picked up by Capone. Capone on the right wing. Krebs will reclaim his stick, coming across the line. Capone waits his time, coming in on Weeks. He shoots, and he is stopped right on the right leg. The puck rolls down. We got a penalty called, and it's going to go on Indy for hooking. Capone with a nice move, but he was hooked. Weeks makes the stop.
Yeah, he ended up going right, left, right, kind of trying to get it past the goaltender, and the puck just dribbled past his left leg.
Jaden Joseph to the box. And we've got 4-on-3 hockey. Komets been pretty good on the power play here tonight. 2 power play goals. We're 2 of 3, and the Komets are going to spend their timeout. So what a match here tonight. What a way for these two rivals, of course, to finish out this series as another one-goal game. This is the 9th one-goal game between Komets and Indy this year, and the Komets have won the majority of them, 8-2-1. And Fred, when you think about how tight those games are, you know, they could have went the other way very easily this season, but it's the Komets on top.
Absolutely. This is a tough W every time you play Indy because of the style of play that they play. You know, with them not being a high-scoring team, they know who they are, and they stay within themselves. They keep the game low-scoring and just wait for that opportunity. So let's hope we can put them away here with the power play.
And if the Komets can get the extra point, that magic number will be down to 1 to claim their first division crown since 2016. And Magera will take the face-off. And the drop on the dot. It's won by Indy. And it comes to the blue line, held in by Jalen. And Schmerich steps up. A shot. Oh, that's going to be a save by Weeks, and it's going to get out of play.
He just got the glove tip on that, and it ended up going up out of play. That was a very close to being a game winner.
That was, well, who else? Number 25, William Dufour. And Magera will take the face off. Tateyev, Dufour, and Schmerich. A lot of points out there. And Magera leans in. And Magera, can't get to it. Just rolled off his stick, and the Fuel will clear the zone. Goes off the stick of Schmerich, goes down to Day. He'll give it a tap, and now Jalen Schmerich with the puck. Komets on a power play here in overtime. Coming across the line, here is Dufour, left side. And he comes up top to Jalen Schmerich. Schmerich at the blue line. Schmerich crosses over right side, left side to Tayev on the dot. Back it goes to 4. Shot! Score! Magic number is 1. The Komets win it in overtime, and it is William Dufour.
Well, what's your game play for the power play? You take the hottest guy on the team, and you set him up for a shot, and William Dufour does not disappoint.
What an acquisition William Dufour has been. And when we look back at this season, whatever we do in the playoffs, number 25 is already a legend.
His wonderful weekend continues. Let's make it 2 in a row.
William Dufour with the game winner. 3:55 was left in overtime, and the Fuel don't even get a shot off. A dominating performance by the Komets as Dufour gets another one.
Well, and you take a look at the stats, and you see that the Komets are number 2 in the league in power play goals, and Indy is on the bottom of the league, right? So you give that kind of a team that those opportunities, and they've cashed in tonight. 3 of their goals from power plays. They just mock it up as soon as you get them in the box.
Well, Indy does get a point, and taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, it is now 3-2 Bloomington in Iowa. So if Bloomington hangs on for the win, they will tie Indy for 3rd place, and they will have the tiebreaker against the Fuel. But you've got Cincinnati and Kalamazoo, both with 75 points. Now, Bloomington, they have a game at hand on Indy. Kalamazoo also has a game in hand on Indy. So we are not going to know anything. It's hard to believe that we are still sorting through this. And I think with Indy getting a point here tonight, it actually complicates everything. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. We'll just enjoy this one and a chance to wrap up the division tomorrow against Toledo. We'll be back to wrap it up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on 96.3 XKE.
When it comes to care for your heart, choose the team that keeps you in the game. Lutheran Health Network. Our lineup of cardiologists, specialists, and surgeons have one goal: to keep your heart healthy. With advanced diagnostics, treatment for complex heart conditions, and multiple accreditations, we're winning the fight when it comes to beating heart disease. Lutheran Health Network, your team for heart health.